I am Moksha Shah, the president of the Alumni Association of the Young Managers Program. It is an absolute pleasure to invite you all to this exciting celebration of innovation and creativity. Today, we are gathered here to witness the brilliant ideas and amazing work of the young managers that have worked hard for months. Each team standing before us has embraced challenges, pushed their limits, and demonstrated what it means to think like a teenpreneur. The Teenpreneur Challenge is not only about winning, but it is about collaborating with your batchmates, your teammates, inspiring one another, and growing. Before we start, I request all of you to switch your phones off to silent mode. So to begin with, let me introduce you to the Young Managers Program, YMP. YMP is the flagship program of Abakasi Academy and the brainchild of Mr. Mangesh Parelkar, He thought ahead of time and curated an integrated 3-year management program with the objective to instill managerial skills in the middle school children of Ahmedabad. For the last 12 years, the Young Managers Program has equipped students with leadership qualities, strategic thinking, and effective communication skills, getting them prepared to become future leaders and trendsetters. During these years, students from 18 schools of Ahmedabad have been a part of this program and are now proud alumni. The Alumni Association of the Young Managers Program serves as a bridge between the past and the present students. It fosters a sense of community and collaboration among all of us gathered here today. Our main aim is to provide a platform for networking, mentorship, and giving back to society through various initiatives. The office bearers of the Alumni Association are elected on democratic lines for a tenure of 1 year. One of the standout initiatives by the Alumni Association was the charity auction conducted in April of 2023 in collaboration with the Gujarat Chamber of Commerce and Industry. It was the first ever auction organized and conducted by students in a public space in Ahmedabad. 20 beautifully handcrafted masterpieces went under the hammer, and the generosity of parents and guests surpassed all expectations. The funds raised were donated to Anadam, a home for people with intellectual disabilities. Such events exemplify the power of young minds to make a difference in society. Now I will pass on the mic to Shimoli to talk about what the Teenpreneur Challenge actually is.
Thank you so much, Moksha. Hello, everyone. I'm Shimoli Godiawala, the treasurer of the Alumni Association. Now you all might be wondering, what is the Teenpreneur Challenge and how was the concept born? Well, this competition was born out of a desire to provide 12 to 16-year-old students with a platform to showcase their creativity, problem-solving abilities, and understanding of the market. Much like the renowned business reality show Shark Tank, this challenge encourages young entrepreneurs to conceptualize a product or service and pitch it to a panel of esteemed judges. The goal is to develop critical thinking and presentation skills while fostering an entrepreneurial spirit at such a young age. We are privileged with us today to have a distinguished panel of judges who bring vast experience and expertise from various industries. Let us welcome Dr. Savan Godiawala. He's a distinguished investment banker and academician. He recently retired as a partner from Deloitte after 33 years of experience in the field. Savan sir is regularly invited as a speaker for various public conferences and also contributes articles in professional and industry journals. He is also a visiting professor at IIM Ahmedabad and IIT Gandhinagar. Savan sir has also co-authored a book on business taxation published by McGraw-Hill. He has been on the committees of many professional and industry associations like Ahmedabad Management Association, Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industries, Ahmedabad branch of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, Gujarat Finance Companies Association, etc. He represented multiple sports teams in his school days and continues to be a marathon runner. He's an Indian classical music enthusiast and a half-centurion blood donor. May I ask Rhea Dougley to welcome Savan sir with some flowers? Thank you. We have next Mr. Pradeep Kshatriya. Mr. Pradeep Kshatriya is the Managing Director of BEQ and BN Solutions LLP and was also the Group CEO with Venus Group of Companies and continues to be an advisor to them. He has a senior management experience spanning over 20 years, and after his master's in engineering, he had a successful stint at UPSC Civil Services and IIM. Earlier to this, as a director with Pacifica Group of Companies, he was responsible for the entire marketing, business development, management to information systems at an all-country level. May I ask Arusha Sarabhai to welcome Pradeep sir with some flowers? Thank you. Mr. Niraj Shah. He is a renowned designer and brand strategist. He's the founder and partner at IDEO Design, specializing in interior and graphic design. As an alumnus of CEPT Ahmedabad, he has served as the past chairperson of Institute of Indian Interior Designers, Ahmedabad chapter. Niraj sir was on board of the Oscars panel as an art director for the selection of Indian film representation at the Academy Awards 2020. He's also a recipient of the State Award for Art Direction of the Gujarati film Beyar, 2015 and 16, and is on the Gujarat government's Information and Broadcasting Department panel for film screening for subsidy. He has been speaker, moderator, and jury at various platforms, including FOAID, Kolar Percha Kucha, CE Worldwide, IDAC, MIT Pune, just to name a few. Niraj sir is a visiting faculty and jury at CEPT, UID, GLSID, Anant University, NIFT Gandhinagar, with more than 20 undergraduate theses completed under his guidance. May I ask Nishka Sheth to welcome Niraj sir with some flowers? Thank you so much. Thank you. Ms. Ruchi Shah is the Managing Director at GrOath Network. She has about 5 years of experience in the field of business networking service. She has designed a networking platform, GrOath. It serves business owners with meaningful business connections. Throughout her networking career, she has led the business community group for 3 years and mentored numerous entrepreneurs in several Indian cities. She became aware of the common mistakes and also the enormous potential and worth of the business community. And later on, she felt compelled to create such a network which would allow all the businesses to have relationship and not repeat the common mistakes. May I ask our volunteer Jia Patel to welcome Ruchi ma'am with some flowers? Thank you. We are grateful to all of you for your time and commitment to guide our young entrepreneurs. We would also like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to our incredible sponsors for their generous support in making this event such a huge success. Mrs. Sonali Shah has stepped forward to sponsor the first prize to ensuring that our winners receive well-deserved recognition for their efforts. Mr. Yogesh Hingorani from Mosque Trap has graciously sponsored the first runner-up prize, and Colors and Crafts by Mrs. Lakay Patel has sponsored the second runner-up prize, adding their support to celebrate creativity and innovation. And of course, a big shout out to Ms. Supriya Gupta from Blockheads for offering gift coupons to all of our participants, making sure that the excitement doesn't just end with the competition. Last but not least, we would also like to thank Mrs. Niyati Parikh and Gulmohar Greens for sponsoring food packets. Truly, food for thought to keep our teams and volunteers energized. We truly appreciate each one of you for believing in the young managers and supporting young talent. Now, I would like to pass on the mic to Mahi, who will go through the rules and regulations of the event.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mahi Patel, Secretary of the Alumni Association. Now that we all know what the Teenpreneur Challenge is, let's skim through the rules of the event. Each participating team comprises 3 students who have been putting in extensive effort and creativity into conceptualizing a one-of-a-kind product or service. The goal is for the team to present a fully developed idea that demonstrates innovation, practicality, and potential in today's market. The objective of this challenge is to provide the teams with an opportunity to showcase their ability to think critically and creatively. The students will pitch their unique product or service to a panel of judges. The teams will be judged on the following criteria: originality and creativity, marketing potential, clarity and quality of the pitch, financial feasibility, and real-life execution. After all the pitches have been presented, a panel of judges will enter a 10 to 15 minute deliberation period to thoroughly assess and evaluate each proposal. During this phase, they will engage in in-depth discussions, carefully considering the strengths, weaknesses, and unique aspects of each business idea. Their evaluation will be guided by a set of predefined judging criteria that we just shared. The judges will analyze how well each idea aligns with the real-world problems or gaps in the market. After this comprehensive review and discussion, they will finalize their choices and determine the winners. We are thrilled to introduce some incredibly talented teams, each eager and prepared to present their ideas. These teams have dedicated a significant amount of time and effort to refining their concepts, and now they have the opportunity to showcase their vision before the judges. Each team will be allotted a total of 10 to 15 minutes to deliver the pitch, during which they will not only present the business idea, but may also include a demonstration to highlight its feasibility and potential. This will be followed by a 5-minute question and answer session, where the judges will have the opportunity to delve deeper into the concept, evaluate its viability, and seek clarifications on key aspects of the proposal. Wishing the very best to all of our teams as they step forward to showcase their product. Without further ado, let's dive into the presentations. So let's get started by welcoming Team Tiny Toes and Paws, led by Anvita Munshi, teammates Rituraj Srivastava from YMP 2 and Rihanna Shah from YMP 3. Please give them a huge round of applause.
Hello. 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 Meeting at 12, deadline at 11, and nap time at 10. How do I make all of this work?
What does this mean? The daycare is full? I have my presentation today and I can't bring my dog again. Fine, I'll figure out something.
How's your morning going?
About as good as my dog's mood after being locked in my bathroom all day.
Honestly, life feels like this right now. Meetings, deadlines, work, and on top of that, a baby. I don't know. And after all of it comes to place,
Bam! Something unexpected happens.
honestly, why does work and life feel impossible to balance right now?
So, what if I told you that you don't have to choose between being a great parent and a great employee anymore? Imagine finishing your report without balancing a baby bottle. No last minute pet setting dramas. At Tiny Toes and Paws, we help parents to build this stack without any chaos.
Wait, so I don't have to panic about my baby and work all day long?
And I don't have to beg my neighbor to babysit my dog anymore?
Exactly. No more stress, no more scrambling, just a simple in house solution that lets you focus on what matters at work and at home.
Good evening, esteemed judges and the audience. It's a pleasure to be in front of you all. I'm Rihanna Shah
I am Anvita Munshi.
I am Rituraj Srivastava.
from Tiny Toes and Paws, come here to present a thoughtful idea of ours. At Tiny Toes and Paws, we make this a reality by integrating in-office corporate creches for kids and pets, designed to support working parents and professionals. We partner with companies so that we can provide high-quality childcare and pet care services right into the workplace. No more last-minute scrambles, no more guilty goodbyes, and just the peace of knowing that your loved ones are nearby, happy and cared for. The future of work isn't just about efficiency, it's about balance, and balance starts here. So are you ready to build a workplace that truly puts people first? Because we are. So let's make it happen. Our vision is to make lives easier for parents so that they can work with peace, boost productivity, and improve work-life balance through our services. And our mission is to expand and promote our business at a level that we can make more and more corporates see the benefit of Tiny Toes and Paws. Picture this. It's Monday morning. You are juggling a toddler, a restless pet, and a looming workday. Daycare drop-offs one side, pet sitters and traffic. It's a chaos. Now imagine this instead. You walk into your office, you grab a cup of coffee, and just steps away. Your child is playing happily, your pet is cared for, and you are focused and stress-free. That's exactly what Tiny Toes and Paws is doing. We bring childcare and pet care directly to the workplace so that employees don't have to worry about their careers and their families. The question arises, why at the office? For employees, it provides them to and helps them to manage work-life balance without any hassles. And there'll be no morning drop of stress, no guilt, and just a peace of mind. And for the companies, happier and more focused employees and no extra spendings because we transform everything. Because we transform the unused corporate premises and handle everything, including the staffing and all other operations. So the real question isn't why us? It is, why hasn't this been done before? Tiny Toes and Paws is where work-life balance actually works. Coming to the target audience for our company, it mainly includes toddler and infant parents, single parents and pet parents who are both working. Now, let's look at the data. The childcare industry in India is growing at 7.2% annually, while the pet care industry in India is growing at 5.65% annually. You won't believe, but the kids' crash service market size is $4.6 billion, while the pet crash service market size is $3.6 billion. Handing over to Rituraj now.
Well, how do we know if the working parents of Ahmedabad are willing to take up our services? The best way is surveys. We surveyed working women from age 25 to 35. And let's look at the results. The first two slides are about pet and the other two are about infants, toddlers. So let's look at the survey findings. 84% of the parents are ready to enroll to our service. 90% are ready to pay between 15,000 to 20,000. Most parents look for safety, hygiene and experienced staff that we provide. 75% wish to receive mobile updates. 83% wants us to feed their child with proper nutritious meals. We also interviewed some experts like Dr. Rakesh Sharma, a pediatrician, who advised us that we should tie up with a pediatrician and a vet per center, so in cases of emergency they can reach there. Then we interviewed also Vidhi Raga, owner of Just Pause. She told us that we should provide different kinds of pets in different partitions because their safety is also very important. Handing over to Anvita.
Now, let's look at what we provide to toddlers who come to our service. We provide dedicated play, learning, and nap areas. We also provide age-appropriate activities like storytelling, art, and games. Nutritious meals are given to the kids time to time, and supervision of them is taken care of by trained caregivers. For pets, we provide regular vet checkups, nutritious meals, and pet-friendly activities like regular exercise. This is a rough activity plan out that we have made for kids, and this is a rough activity plan out that we have made for pets. We plan on tying up with a lot of corporates from Ahmedabad, area-wise, and we have also talked to some of the corporates like Adani, Zydus, and Torrent. Well, all of this is just an idea, isn't it? And we are just 3 high school kids trying to plot out an idea, aren't we? Well, we have it all figured out. Let's look at the numbers. Our annual expenditure goes up to rupees 9,38,000, which includes the pay for staff, vet and pediatrician costs, and baby and pet essentials like food and toys. This is the division for the rupees 6,000. For the baby, it is food, baby essentials like diapers, wipes, etc., and toys. For the pet, it is food, leash and other grooming facilities, and toys. Now, let's look at our capital expenditure. Our capital expenditure is 18,45,000 rupees, which includes the office rent, any marketing costs, and all the technological or software developments that we have to make. This results into our profit being between 8 to 10 lakhs per corporate, and it will depend on the number of pets or kids that we have. So sharks, here we are to ask from you 3,50,000 rupees for 19% equity. Because so let's make corporate crash the new buzzword, because happy kids means happy parents, and happy parents means a happy company. So sharks, are you ready to care for our munchkins and furry buddies right at where we work? Thank you.
Thank you.
We have how many? 5 minutes? Yeah, 5 minutes. Yeah. So 350 you want. Where did the balance come from? You need some 18,45,000 rupees, right? And of which you're saying 19% offered for 350,000.
Yeah.
What happens to balance 15 lakhs? How will you do the business?
So we are planning to invest 5 lakhs each per as an investor, as the owners of the company.
So that equals to 15 lakhs.
Very good. And you said capital expenditure, and capital expenditure was also rent. So you consider rent as your capital expenditure?
Either we rent the office
No.
for our own space to manage our operations.
We'll check that. We'll check that.
That's what the operator, that we don't want to get into. So I think I
Sure.
can ask one go, then he can go, then I'll take last. But 5 minutes we need to.
One small question. When you say that annual expenditure for corporate is 9.5
Guys, you can
lakhs,
hear us, or you want us to speak on the microphone?
Mic for recording is required, yeah.
first things first, you guys are brilliant. You did a good job, Yeah, but you talk about an annual expenditure of 9.5 lakhs. You talk about projected sales of 12 lakhs. Right? 1 crore 44 lakhs, 12 lakhs per year. More or less, that's what, 1 lakh per month. Now, have you factored in the cost? Because the first thing in the presentation was space is given by corporates. As an organization, I have to give the space. So, is it accounted for as a cost, or you are expecting the corporate to bear the cost? Because that is the most expensive space or the
So
point.
we are actually using the unused space
premises
that
of
they
the-
are not using right now. So we will transform that.
Unused corporate premises of the corporate.
Fair enough.
they-
A small thing, like most probably, maybe large organizations might have some unused space. Normally, space is used. If in this model you can incorporate a space and factor in the cost of renting out a nice office in the same office building. Not only can you get one office, you will get many building offices in the same building.
Okay, we'll look
Yeah.
into that.
It could be just a cost, but it can be factored in.
My only question is, how did you think of, so these are the finance guys, okay, so they'll talk about numbers, okay, I will not talk about numbers. So how did you think of putting both these things together? Why pet and kids together? Why pet and what? Yeah, but
Toddlers,
no, what's the name?
Tiny.
So toes and paws. So why did you think of toes and paws? Why not only toes or why not only paws?
Because in this generation, both kids and pets are so attached to the owners and parents that they don't want to leave them home. And so both are really important. So creches are mainly for kids, but our service is providing for pets.
Fine, fair enough. But I still see a problem there. And a lot of people are not everybody's not a pet parent just because a lot of others don't want pets, but they do have kids. And all kids don't like pets, all pets don't like kids.
Yeah,
So
so
we are
that's why
putting
we
a
have a
partition in
separate
that.
we have separate partitions.
So you need separate partitions within your pet care, which is necessary, which as you figured out from the survey. Also, you want to separate the kids and the pets.
Yes, we are
Right.
doing that.
Just to add to Niraj, the entire human sensibility of treating and approaching kids and pets is entirely different. It requires a different approach. You may as well have two different facilities, different companies or whatever.
I think the pet market is extremely huge. It's more of a niche. The differentiation is stronger. And I would think that this entire concept would work better with more challenges and more difficulty, which means a higher entry barrier, right, for pets. So not saying that the creches are not required. There aren't very good creches. And I think your back end, which you touched was very nice, was the fact that you are looking at some kind of a technology tool to be able to monitor this. Because that's what parents want. Even if they are working, they don't want to be disturbed by calls, etc., but they can look at their kids or the pets on the phone, right, through an application. They need to know whether they've been fed at the right time. There's a cost involved there, right? So I hope you're taking care of the technology bit, right? Which is going to be a cost which I don't see that bit of the cost here. There's going to be a technology cost.
Yes, we added that.
Software 450 as capital. No maintenance cost to that. Okay, fine. Fair enough. I think that's from me. Ruchi.
Hey team, Tiana, Andira and Rituraj? Rihanna and Rituraj. So first of all, congratulations. The idea is really nice.
Thank you.
At this age, if you're thinking about creche, it's really nice. For the first time, if you're thinking this, I appreciate you. I have little guidance to give you over here for the question that if you're going to provide a facility like this, have you ever thought of fresh air? Have you thought of what if the pet needs to take out for a round or a second? I am little unaware of what kind of pets are you going to serve. I mean, of course, the mandatory or the basic one would be cats and dogs.
Yeah, we plan on serving dogs,
All right.
cats, and any type of birds.
Birds. All right. Okay. All right. I'm so sorry. Okay.
Thank you.
Maybe just to sum up, one certainly absolute congratulations, compliments. You have something novel in your concept. Now, a couple of things that I would only highlight. Very creative, the way you presented also the concept, and you mentioned about the work-life balance. That is the problem today that is happening. But some of the things, like when people start talking about finance, that means concept is already approved. So that is one positive when you start with a finance, right? That otherwise nobody goes to finance, that comes last. But brilliant concept. You need to fine tune with what Niraj and Ruchi mentioned. But like when you put up a survey or something, you should also write a source. That is very important. Nobody believes in the numbers unless there is sources.
Yeah, we have put it in the bibliograph.
So okay. Ideally put it in the slide only.
Okay.
So when you are seeing the slide, then only people say, do I agree, approve this number or not? But I think brilliant thing, brilliant concept for sure. You need to fine tune whether this child I don't want to repeat for want of time. But certainly you can develop this concept actually sooner, faster. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Team Tiny Dozen Paws. Coming up next, we have Team Changemakers, led by Kavya Parikh, with Anaya Trivedi from YMP2 and Anshini Bhatt from YMP3. Let's give them a big hand.
I have been busy with work so lately that I haven't got time to prepare my home meal cooked, and ordering in is just too expensive for me.
I totally get that. I've been using a tiffin service lately as an alternative, and that has also been so monotonous, and also I can't trust the quality as such.
I have been seeing ads of this service known as Prep My Meal. Do you know anything about that?
No, what is that?
Prep My Meal is a mobile app that connects the users with chefs who come to their home and meal prep for certain meals for them, and they ensure customized, fresh, and healthy meals right in their own kitchens.
Good evening, everyone present here, esteemed judges and the volunteers and everyone. I'm Kavya Parikh. We are Team Changemakers.
I'm Anshini Bhatt.
And I'm Anaya Trivedi, and we are here to pitch our service Prep My Meal.
So let me tell you more about it. What is meal prep? Meal prep refers to the process of planning, buying ingredients, and prepping for your meals in advance so that you do not have to consume a lot of time in cooking them. So Prep My Meal is a service that connects the users with the chefs who come to their home, meal prep for a lot of meals in advance, and so the customers can only assemble everything and eat it when they want to. Many people are not able to follow their diet because of certain problems. The first one being health and quality concerns. If they have to order from a restaurant, the main concern they face is is the food healthy? And moreover, the restaurant food comes in plastic packagings, which makes it additionally harmful for our health. And when we order from tiffin services, we don't know about the quality of ingredients they use because they make it in bulk. The next one being lack of customization. Many people who want to follow a strict diet, they can't because they do not have time to have their own diet each and every day and prepare food. And then last one being the most important one, lack of time. The young working professionals or the students who are in colleges, they don't have time each and every day to prepare 2 meals each day. This problem is backed by a market research which we conducted through Google Forms, with the respondent size being 24 and the sampling technique being convenience sampling. It mentions that the biggest deciding factor for any person is the health and quality concern, the next one being customization,
and the last one being convenience. The target market for our service are young working professionals who do not have time to make their meals each day. The next one being health and fitness enthusiasts who want to follow a strict diet but don't have the time. And the last one being busy families. Busy families want to have fresh home-cooked meals but don't have the time. So the chefs would come there, prep some meals, and they could assemble it later. The potential market for this service is around 2 million individuals.
So now let us talk about how our service works. So users can choose a pre-planned meal service from large variety of our cuisines and dishes. Then the chef would come at their home and they could book a chef through our app. When the chef comes at their home, the chef would make components of food dividing into 3 parts. And later on, the user can use the components and assemble it into many forms and use it later for 2 to 3 days. Now, we will talk about the cuisines we offered. We have Indian, Mexican, Italian, Asian, and Mediterranean, including foods like dal, sabzi, burrito bowls, pasta, stir-fried rice, and falafel. We also have other items like chutneys, dips, gravies, and sauce, enhancing the flavors in the food. Prep My Meal also offers vegan, vegetarian, and non-vegetarian food, providing flexibility for all the dietary preferences. Now, for example, let us take if someone would like to eat Mexican food. So first, the chef would come at their home. Chef would make 3 components, as I told you. It would be a rice, gravy, and stuffed vegetables. Then user, whenever he or she feels to eat, they'll assemble it into forms like tacos, burrito bowls, or it could be wraps. So now let us talk about our revenue model. We have Prep My Meal offers 3 pricing platforms like one-time booking, which is for 1,500. It is ideal for people who would like to have house parties at their home, or when Maharajas get on leave for weddings. Then we also have weekly subscription, which is for 2,700. It would be 2 sessions per session for 1,350. It is more affordable than one-time booking. Then we have monthly subscription, which is for 10,000. 8 sessions would there be, and per session it would be 1,250. The chef would come at their home for like 2 to 3 hours maximum.
Talking more about the process of the app, the first option that the user would have to choose is about the type of session that they're looking for, either it be one time, weekly, or monthly. Next would be having to choose their preferred cuisines and dishes. These are from the wide variety of options that we offer. Moreover, the user can mix dishes and cuisines as per to their taste. As a result of choosing these, they would be shared a grocery list, which would help them plan their ingredients accordingly. And lastly, they would choose a suitable date and time for the session to happen. Talking about our promotional plan, it is an extensive 4-part plan, which includes pre-launch, launch, post-launch, and long-term phase. Pre-launch is important to create hype about the service. This would be done by social media ads and providing discounts for early bird users. The launch phase would be important to gain most amount of consumers. This would be done by continuing with the social media strategy. The post-launch would be important to retain customers and include repetitive orders. This would be done by introducing loyalty programs. And lastly, long-term growth is important for expansion and scalability of our model, which would be done by data-driven customization and other ways also. Talking about our financials, our capital expenditure is 8 lakh rupees, which includes app development cost and initial marketing cost. Moreover, our recurring expenses for our first year is estimated to be 62 lakh rupees. This includes various costs such as marketing, customer support, our chef salaries being one of the main ones. Our break-even amount of customers to reach our costs would be 43 customers in a year. Finally, our ask is 4 lakh rupees in exchange of 1.4% equity in our business at a valuation of 2.88 crore.
You have done again a brilliant presentation, but normally there has to be a problem statement and a solution to it, or there's a need and there's a offering for that. What exactly made you think of trying to get into this space?
So the main problem that we identified was lack of time to young individuals. The young individuals did not have the time to have a cook, a full-time cook, and they did not have the time that 2 times a cook will come at their home, cook for them. They were not at home. So this is a service in which a cook will come twice a week and cook and meal prep for 6 meals in advance for 3 days. And then whenever they want to consume the food, they have to just assemble the food.
I think the amount of effort that has gone into the launch and the post-launch and retention is brilliant. A lot of big companies also miss out on a lot of smaller points that you've mentioned, so that's great.
Thank you.
But my question again comes back to the first question. I think as an idea, it's a little flighty because it does have certain loopholes. But very frankly, I think we cannot deny this concept till we come to a proof of concept.
Yes.
Right? Till we actually try it out. And it might become convenient because at least you're expecting people to just be there twice in a week, which is their biggest problem. You've mentioned a lot in terms of health. I see a little bit of a problem there where you're talking about stored food because it's going to be in the refrigerator, it's going to be reheated or heated, right? Once or twice maybe. So there I think it loses out on certain bit of nutrition. Second is that you've spoken about all of this. I'm just understanding, even in the survey, there was nothing about taste. Okay, all the 5 points had nothing. It had health benefits and other things. It had nothing to do with taste. So I think you're taking that for granted, that because there is a chef, it will be tasty food.
Yes, so they're verified chefs from IFCA, and as a result, we would hope that they create the best kind of food, yes.
Hope.
We
All
assure.
right. All
We
right.
assure.
All right, thank you.
I would like you to continue first.
Yeah. So absolute compliments. This is going to be a need of the hour. Again, working people, there were tiny toes and paws, and then the working people need this quite a bit, and everybody would need it, chef. I have one suggestion. One, that how would you do a quality control? Because there would be a trainer's training or chef's training, something that you would need to have, because a Mexican person and then you are Indian and 5 kinds of cuisine that you have, maybe that's one. But I have even a better suggestion, that why don't you put the whole story of your costs into variable cost? That means a revenue share with your chefs. Your chef shares the revenue rather than you giving them a fixed salary, because then they would be idle also, they would take their time also, they may take 3 hours for something that can be done for 2 hours. This is one kind of, if you have thought. And certainly, of course, very, very good that there was a primary survey I could see, where on the Google Forms you said you did primary survey. So you've gone right up to who are the consumers, so which is a very good thing to do. But you mentioned 2 million TAM, the addressable market or potential market as you use. Where does it come? Is this Ahmedabad, India, Ambavadi, or is it global?
It was for Ahmedabad, and we have sources to back it up.
Ahmedabad city,
Yes.
So that's important to know, that you talk about to start with a geography.
Yes.
And that is how. And the final question would be, how did you arrive at this 2.88 crores? Of course, revenue into 2, I understand, but have you benchmarked with it somebody? 2.88, this kind of valuation would be 2x than your revenue. Your revenue 1.44, you said 1,44,000, that
Yes.
makes 144 lakhs. And then, so any benchmarking you have done? So you can answer me on the and compliments for a detailed financial. I was very happy to see
Thank
you've
you so
done
much, sir.
absolute detail, last line item financial analysis and costs. But this revenue, the valuations that you've done, and the quality control part, how are you going to address that?
So, sir, for quality control, we are only providing them with certain options which the people can have for 3 days. Like, if we are making, for example, let's take an example of a paneer wrap. So, the person will come, the chef will come, he'll cook the chapatis for you, he'll saute the paneer and the vegetables and put it in the fridge. So, we'll only provide things which can stay there, which can be there for 3 days and still can be consumed. So the quality will not reduce.
Sorry, were you asking quality from the chef point of view?
The quality of the chef.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry for that. I'm very sorry.
I understand, but there will be training. But I'm more interested in this 2.88 crores that you brought into it. I have to think, I'm very keen to invest, by the way. First of all, I'm very keen to become a customer.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.
But then I need to know the build.
So, sir, our the yearly profit, the yearly revenue of ours would be 1.4 estimated, and then we are multiplying it by 2, and that is how we reach the 2.8.
Where did you get that 2 and not 5?
The reason was that multiplying it too much, like if I multiply my yearly revenue by 3 or by 4 or by 5, the equity would be keep on reducing, and it would lend me up in some to 0.39 or something that would go in minus.
Why not 1 or half? Just a point. So just that you thought that try to do a math that and I have a reason to believe such businesses should actually go for between 1.5 to 2.5. So you done the right math.
Thank you.
But you should try to find some Google can give you also an answer. I know we have time constraint. Do you have any questions, Ruchi?
I just have one query with this timings. How are you going to manage the timings? Because if you're focusing on Ahmedabad city, people would have specific time for the chefs to call. And if you're just focusing on 5 chefs, that's what you have mentioned.
Yes.
How would you manage that?
So for timing part of it, we'll first give the preference to the consumers, obviously. They'll have their own preference of their timings. They'll choose whatever timings they want. And starting, I believe, once we are just starting with 5 of them, and then we'll keep on increasing the number of chefs as well.
All right. And last question from my side. If you are focusing more that people should, in the working class people, they should focus more on healthy food. How about preparing meals for pre-prep itself? But how about preparing for 3 days prior and refrigerating and then assembling? Do you find that healthy as well?
I think, yes. So the freshness ratio of food of Indian food and also global food is usually 3 days, which is why we're suggesting that the chefs come twice a week and not just once a week.
Yeah, otherwise, I mean, it makes sense about 1,500 if they're going to prepare for 3 days.
Yes.
Otherwise, it becomes very expensive, especially with Ahmedabadis like us.
Yes.
It will become very expensive.
3 days and 2 meals per day, so 6 whole meals in 1,500. Yes.
Lovely team. Kavya, Shini, and I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Team Changemakers. Now let's give a warm welcome to Team Thrift 2, led by Arya Hingorani, along with Nihit Kapri from YMP 2 and Rhea Parikh from YMP 3.
Shah, do you know the fashion industry is responsible for almost 10% of the global carbon emissions all around the world, which is more than all the international flights and shipping combined. Each time we purchase a piece of clothing, we add to this enormous footprint. So why not find a way that is affordable, good for the environment, and good for our pocket, all in one?
India produces more than 1 million tons of clothing waste, which is destined to be in landfills and or in incinerators. But what and also if you want to make one cotton t-shirt, it takes around 2,700 liters of water to make just one of them, and that much is enough for a person to drink in 2.5 years.
Well, at Thrifto, we have a solution for all your problems. By embracing the circular economy, we can drastically cut down on waste, diminish the need for new production, and even cut down on the usage of water and energy. We can make this world more greener.
Go sustainable, go Thrifto.
Revive, reuse, restyle.
Go greener, go Thrifto.
Good evening, Sharks. I am Arya Hingorani.
I am Nihit Kapri.
And I am Rhea Kare.
And
we are the co-founders of Thrifto.
Well, what is Thrifto? Let's understand this in an analogical manner. Thrifto is a kind of OLX plus Airbnb for the clothing industry. We bridge the gap between affordable clothing and luxury experiences.
Guys, is this your this thing?
No, this is
I think there's someone else. So you haven't given this.
We have.
So, no, it's not there. This is not yours.
No.
This is your all the names.
And I'll also request to pause the time, please.
Now that you know what's Thrifto, let us understand what is thrifting. Thrifting is the act of shopping and buying used goods, especially from stores and places that have second-hand products at stipulated prices, like thrift stores, flea markets, or online platforms. Thrifto is one such online platform that offers a thrifting platform for the consumers and targets all consumers across the internet.
Our vision is to become the leading online platform for sustainable and accessible fashion in India. Our mission is to provide a seamless and affordable thrifting and to give a very good rental experience, promoting environmental consciousness and empowering customers.
To understand our market better and get a vast view, we conducted a market research analysis where we asked questions like age, occupation, monthly income, how often do our customers go for shopping, how often do they shop at thrift stores, what are their reasons for shopping at thrift stores, their preferences while shopping, the products that they prefer while shopping at thrifting, and if they know a few names of stores, of thrift stores.
The first question that was asked in our market research was, what are your main reasons to shop at thrift stores and online thrift platforms? As you can see, affordability has the highest number of votes, which are 37.8%, followed by sustainability and environmental reasons. The main reasons why individuals prefer thrifting are affordability and sustainability, followed by the unique collection that a platform offers and curiosity for thrifting in India.
The main if you shop at offline thrift stores, what is your preference? So the main preference of individuals are The thrift stores should be clean and have a variety of clothing. Then it is followed by pricing. As you know, thrift stores sell second-hand products which are much more cheaper than buying new ones. And third, organization of the products, the way every item and every product is kept. And finally, staff friendliness.
Why only offline, right? So many of us have now also shifted to online shopping. So our next question in our market analysis was, if you shop at online thrift platforms, what would be your preference? The main preferences were product description and photos. Easy to operate had about 57.9%, followed by product description, which had 65.8%, making it the first. Next, photos of products, which was 60.5%, followed by fast shipping, easy return, and do not shop respectively.
Another question that we asked in our market research was what products would consumers prefer thrifting? The highest percentage of votes went with sneakers and footwear because there has been a rise in the asset market of sneakers in the recent 5 years, followed by accessories. Accessories include things like caps, bracelets, necklaces, bags, etc. The third highest votes went to clothing, our main product, which is clothing, as sellers will place their products on a website, and buyers will be able to view them and buy them.
As we asked everyone, we asked them to name some thrifting brands that they are aware of. The above graph shows that many individuals are not aware of thrifting in India, and there is a very big space which we can fill. This shows that people are not so aware about thrifting.
Product description. Let me give you a brief about what Thrifto is all about. So we have a website with the domain name thrifto.shop. So the website is really user friendly. It has secure payment gateways and detailed product listings. We even have search and filtering options for easy navigation. So it's not complicated for our users, but extremely easy. We even have seller dashboards for managing listings and inventory, so our customers don't forget what they had added to their lists. And fourth, we have integration with social media and marketing tools to make it so much more intriguing and exciting. Now, I would like to ask my co-founder, Arya, to show a prototype of our website.
Now that we know about our product, let us have a look at our website. This is our website, thrifto.shop. We have sections for new arrivals, men, women. This is our website, thrifto.shop. We have sections for new arrivals, men, women, sneakers, accessories, and our flagship product, rentals. Users can log in their ID, and they have a cart option over here. Our slogan, revive, reuse, restyle, highlights on the first page. Below, we have new arrivals section. You can see the products are not listed in a very sophisticated manner because they are listed by users that have already used them. So we can see these shirts, jeans, jackets that are listed on our website, followed by the sneakers and footwear sections where people can list their used sneakers and footwear, followed by the accessories section where users place their accessories. We have the contact information below. The website offers a streamlined shopping and rental experience. The website offers a streamlined shopping and rental experience, real-time notifications for new arrivals, secure in-website messaging between the buyer and the seller, image recognition for easy product search, and personalized recommendations and wish lists for the buyers.
So now we talked about all of this, but who are some competitors in this market? So one of the major competitors in this market is eBay, which is estimated to be worth around 31.30 billion US dollars. Then some which are found abroad or used abroad are Depop and Vinted. And Some which work in India are My Thrift Card, Bombay Closet Cleanse, Curated Findings, etc. Some thrift stores which you can find near our house are local thrift stores and campaigns and NGOs, etc.
Well, you might wonder, Thrifto is just a platform. And how do we get our revenue generation? Well, we get 15% commission from sellers on consignment items. Consignment items are items that we sell on our website. We have a platform fee of 5%, which is charged on every transaction that takes place. We have subscription revenues from exclusive customers. We have 15% commission on rental products of only premium products, and we even have affiliated with marketing and brand collaborations.
Now that we know about Thrifto, let us understand the subscription model that will favor the sellers and the buyers. Now that we know about Thrifto, let us understand the subscription model known as Thrifto Plus will be available to consumers at a cost of rupees 119 per month, starting first month free. The subscription will offer free shipping and courier charges, early access to drops and special editions, discounted price on specific products, insurance against theft, damage and pilferage, membership perks and preference.
Our marketing strategy. So we will use two types of marketing strategies. The first being social media marketing. We will daily post showcasing the thrifted items with prices. There will be styling videos and outfit inspirations. We will post in Instagram and Facebook stories with countdowns for new drops. We will collab with micro and macro influencers. There will be a user-generated content campaigns with hashtags, and we will do giveaways and contests to increase engagement with customers. The second will be search engine optimization. We will optimize our website content. We will create blogs on sustainable fashion, thrifting tips, and styling guides. We will improve our website speed and mobile responsiveness.
This is our, we are short of time, we'll just go through the slides once. This is our equity distribution. This is the equity financing that we had explained. The funding required, the expenditure chart of the entire 60 lakhs, which is our expenditure. A 5-year growth chart, which is in your sheets as well. Break-even trajectory. Investment asked, which is 20% of the 20% for 12 lakhs. Thank you.
And we would like to end it. Thrifto, हर कपड़े की अपनी कहानी.
So with Thrifto, let's go more sustainable and even more green.
Great, it's so good to see you guys in Thrifto t-shirts, which have taken 2,000, how many liters of water?
2,700.
700, right? But good to see your t-shirts. Nice name, it's a nice logo. So I think that's a great start.
Thank you.
Out of your competitors, what you did not look at, and which is one of the best models that you could actually follow, which also has one more plus in terms of your capital that can come in, or at least money that can come in as a cash flow. The site is Rento Mojo. And Rento Mojo started as furniture, but they are also doing clothing now. And they are doing high fashion clothing, but not thrift. They are actually tying up with manufacturers. So you may have a Louis Philippe or a Van Heusen shirt coming in much cheaper for you because you're renting it out, one. So that's one model, but a thrift model is what you're looking at. And I think I like the whole idea of OLX and Airbnb for the clothing industry. I think you hit the nail there, but you did not follow it completely. If you really follow both of them really well, you'll realize what the problems are. Third, last thing is, when you have these surveys, the problem is there's a Barnum effect. When you look at surveys like this, and it's not a small number, you did about 54, right? 54, 56, 56, correct? The problem is that when you look at that, you need to review it again with a few people who you know, who can advise you. Because we start following that and look at that as holy grail. Don't look at that because I can see certain problems there which have been taken for granted. When you're looking at sneakers, yes, I'm glad that you added sneakers because that's a large revenue and your commissions can be great. But when you're looking at few of the other products, a lot of products are kind of missing, right, in terms of thrift. You're also looking at vintage. And I think that you took from Vinted, right? Because Vinted has mostly nostalgic, items. You'll have to figure out whether you're going into trends, fashion, nostalgia, or you're going only for anything that is sustainable, just because it has been used earlier. Yeah? Thank you.
Hi team, lovely concept. I have a question that how are you going to manage the hygiene part first? And second, that how are the actual users who will deliver the clothes to you so that you can, of course, sell it or provide them to the other stores? How are they going to give you on? Do you have a specific location where you will have a combined centralized acquisition of the clothes, accessories?
The first question, which is about the hygiene, there's a thumb rule in the thrifting industry that whenever I, as a buyer, buy something from a thrift shop, I let it come to my home, wash it thoroughly, and then consume the product because we don't know from where is it coming. Okay. So the hygiene part is solved there.
So you're not going to provide any confirmation or for the hygiene?
No, we are just a platform that is connecting the buyer to the seller.
Noted.
The second question about the inventory, we will not create any inventory with us. Sellers can list their products on the website and the buyers can look at it and courier services will transport the product from the seller to the buyer.
So just the platform?
Yeah, and we'll take commissions and platform fee on that.
And there will be communication between the buyer and the seller.
So the returns would go to? You have mentioned that there are easy returns.
Sorry?
So you have mentioned in your projection that there are easy returns also available.
Yeah, the easy return policy, for example, if there is some damage on the product or any spoilage by anything, then the return will be on the courier side and the cost will be incurred by us. Because
so you would directly return that to the original seller?
To the original seller.
Yes.
All right, will require a lot of legalities, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. But lovely concept, I love it.
Thank you.
Just a quick one. So I don't know if I mentioned this, but when you have rentals, there is a deposit, a refundable deposit. And that's what I was talking about, cash flow. Yeah. So you can pick up a deposit and, which ensures a lot of these other issues. Because if somebody's buying it, wearing it, and then you have easy returns and they return it, that means the rental money is gone, right?
The whole model is on online, or there is, you mentioned something
it's
offline?
It's totally
also.
Online.
Sorry?
It's totally online.
Totally online. So it is an eBay that you are trying to, or the other guys that you're trying to bring in seller, buyer together.
It's kind of, okay, so it's kind of like eBay, but it's not exactly eBay. Thrifto, we have a larger variety first, and like our cost prices also, if you see eBay, especially shipping in India is really high, so it's not really functional in India at the moment. So that's what like makes it different from eBay.
And then how will you reduce that shipping or logistics cost which eBay is unable to reduce?
Our sellers are from India itself and we will be doing shipping all over India. So the shipping cost is cut down because on eBay, majority sellers are from USA, Canada, from European countries. So the shipping cost anyways goes down there and we are economical in that sense.
Also, eBay sells all kinds of products, even cheap, even premium, all kind of collectibles, everything. But we only focus on apparel, apparel, shoes, accessories, etc.
Within which cheap and luxury both, right? Yeah. There are some 30,000 rupees glasses I saw in your presentation also.
That's just demo.
Good. But you have three models. You have a subscription model, you have a rental model, and then you have one more commission thing. Yeah, so what is this rental on premium products?
Rental is, for example, you purchase the niche product which is from a brand like Prada or anything. Once you have used it, you don't have any utility to it. After that, you can provide it on rent to people with lower incomes so that they can use it. Because the problem with them is that they just need a tag on their shirt or something to show when they go somewhere. And
so So rental, it goes back. So there's a logistics to it back and forth.
Yeah, there
right?
is.
And that would be built into your cost.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And certainly, finally, you said there's one is a logistic part, but you're not going to make money for 4 years. Break even,
Yeah,
break
we are
even, break even. So how will anybody invest in a business which is not going to make money at all for 4 years in your plan itself? And then you're not asking certainly premium also on the investment that you're doing, or maybe you're asking for 20% at a valuation
20% for 12 lakhs.
That's what the money you want in all?
Yeah.
Right? So you need 12 lakhs of rupees to start this business.
No, the total money that we require, we missed on that slide.
Yeah.
It was 60 lakhs. Of that, 80%
Hello,
we
sir?
all are putting in, and the 20%.
I'm extremely sorry,
So no
but we're
premium.
running out of time now, so we'll have to move on to the next team.
Yeah. I mean, actually, he did ask on the financials. Only one small thing. Who is your TG? I mean, आप किसके लिए करना चाहते हो? If you say it's the OLX of clothing, I can still put my clothes on the OLX, right?
Yeah.
So
But
why would I come to you? One. Number two, you said कि जो, let me
sorry.
complete.
Sorry.
Yeah. So if you say the rentals of the sneakers, I saw was 39,000 something. If I can afford a rental of 39,000 for sneakers, maybe I can afford maybe more. Third, I'll just wrap the question. Look, pause of time. Third is, if you look at the second copies and third copy is happening. If you look at the YMCAs and the TGBs hosting, कि 100 रुपए का 150 रुपए का branded garment मिलता है, तो who is your competition? Who is your TG?
So basically the authenticity factor, always there's a tag on the shirt or something or on the sneaker, which we can scan and determine that this is an authentic product. The code of the product, is it authentic, produced by the company that is mentioned on the clothing or the sneakers.
You will put a disclaimer.
Yeah, we will.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, Team Thrifto. Let's welcome Team Visionary Vortex. Arav Kshatriya, their leader, is joined by Puranjay Darbar from YMP2 and Vanya Vasa from YMP3. Let's show them some support.
Days feel so long. It has been weeks since I have a proper conversation with someone. My children are too busy with work, and my friends, well, they are either too far or they are not here.
Man, I wish I could do something meaningful instead of just scrolling reels on Instagram. But where do I even start?
Mr. Ram, Rohan, you two are what Time Bank is for. Time Bank is a simple yet powerful idea which connects youth like Rohan to senior citizens like Mr. Ram. Now, these youth will teach some skills or be as a companion for senior citizens, and in return they can earn time credits which can be used to buy products from our educational tie-ups, internships, mentorships, or even credits and certifications.
Wait, so I can help Mr. Ram out and also get rewards for my efforts?
And I don't have to sit alone all day?
Exactly. You both earn something invaluable, connection and purpose.
Mr. Ram, if you tap here, you can call your grandson anytime.
Wow, Rohan, that's amazing. Now I can talk to my grandson even though he's miles away.
Furai Kepu. A Japanese time banking concept inspires us. Here, the youth earn time credits by helping others, which they can use for future support and also transfer it to their family members.
So we offer different plans for our senior citizens and our youth. So Mr. Ram, you can choose from our basic plan, standard plan and premium plan, in which you can get companionship, you can get daily check-ins and even assistance.
I like the standard plan. This way I can learn new skills and even talk to a friendly person.
And for our youth like Rohan, we have a starter plan, growth plan and leader plan, in which you can have volunteering hours, internships and even special sessions.
I'll go with the growth plan. It's perfect for internships and I can learn something new.
Every 2 months, we host these special events, workshops or sessions for youth who are subscribed to our leader plan. And for the youth subscribed to our starter or growth plan, they can either pay an entry fee or they can redeem 700 credits to attend these particular sessions. These sessions can be either about skill building or even career counseling.
I have 100 credits. What can I use them for?
So you can use these 100 credits for either buying one credit or certification, or you can use them to buy multiple products from our educational tie-ups, or you can save up to credits 500, which can be used to get an internship since you have a growth plan.
Wow, this is amazing. I can help and grow all in one place.
What are time credits? Time credits are every volunteer earns 5 time credits per the hour of volunteering, and they can be used for to buy credits and certifications from our educational tie-ups, the products, and also to earn mentorship, guidance, or anything else they have a problem in related to this field.
Wait, and what if someone signs up and doesn't show up?
Well, in that youth, they will get a 5 credit reduction because they missed this session and a 2.5 credit penalty for their next session. If this happens more than 2 times a month, then they won't be able to earn any credits for the rest of the month.
And what if the senior citizen shows up, but when I go there, when according to our sessions,
so the senior citizen, if they don't show up, then they will, of course, their session, that one will get deducted, with one more session getting deducted as a penalty. And again, if this happens more than 2 times a month, then there will be no more sessions for them for that month.
Sharks in Ahmedabad, there are 43,000 to 50,000 people who are like Mr. Ram, suffering from loneliness. And that's where our idea, Time Bank, hops in. Hello Sharks, I'm Puranjay Darbar, and with me are Vanya Vasa and Arav Chowcharia. And together we form the team Visionary Vortex.
Let's start with our basics. Now, where do we even plan to launch? We plan to launch in Ahmedabad as we feel it is a perfect city. Considering the youth and the senior citizenship population, we feel that our intergenerational impact is going to be massive.
The need for our platform is clear. India's aging population is growing rapidly, and the elderly suffering from loneliness is a serious issue. On the other hand, the youth needs skill sharing.
Who are our target audience? Our primary target audience consists of elderly individuals, senior citizens around the age of 60 or above, who need companionship or they want to learn new skills because they're feeling bored in their life. Our secondary audience are youth aged about 15 to 25 who want to volunteer, give back to the community and also learn new skills. And finally, our tertiary audience are families, NGOs or educational institutions who want to integrate our program in a part of their initiatives, or family who are looking for volunteers who are willing to support their relatives or their families because maybe they don't live with them.
Let's talk numbers. Ahmedabad has an elderly population of 7,20,000 to 9 lakh seniors. out of which 6% of them, numbering about 43,000 to 50,000, are suffering from loneliness. On the other hand, there are 10 lakh to 20 lakh youth. And even if we capture just 1% of them, we would be having 4,300 to 5,000 seniors and 10,000 to 20,000 youth. By this, we can create more connections.
So we have not particularly a close competitor because our idea is very new and original in India. So competitors like Robin Hood Academy, Dignity Foundation, HelpAge India, they either focus solely on elderly healthcare or on youth volunteering. We make a system where both of these come together. It is mutually beneficial and incentive driven. And also we offer a solution, as this platform, it is a solution for both youth and seniors, and it is impactful and sustainable.
To make Time Bank a success, we will be using 3 promotional strategies. First, social media campaigns. We would be engaging youth through YouTube, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Educational tie-ups. We would be partnering with schools and colleges by which they can use their credits or certifications. And the third one is community events. We would be conducting workshops for the youth so that they can volunteer on their own.
Capital investment. So, capital investment. So, office setup, technology, branding and initial investment, market campaigns, and branding, legal and branding registrations will sum up to a total capital investment of 14 lakh rupees. Our expenditure includes marketing costs, operational costs, volunteer, tech, and events, which sum up to an estimated monthly expenditure of 70,000 rupees and an estimated annual expenditure of 8,40,000 rupees. Now let's talk about the income. Our youth and senior citizen subscriptions will give us an estimated monthly income of 1,07,760 rupees and an estimated annual income of 12,93,120 rupees. Income briefing. We did a market research where we found out that out of 120 senior citizens, 40 will be opting for the basic plan, 50 for the standard plan, and 30 for the premium plan. Similarly, for the youth, 50 will be opting for the starter plan, 40 for the growth plan, and 30 for the leader plan. Our monthly profit will be 37,760 rupees, and our annual profit will be 4,53,120 rupees. This is our website.
We are still working on the website. We've made most of it. Some of it is still.
We seek 2 lakh rupees for 4% equity of our company.
This is our bibliography. And to conclude, we would like to say that no one should feel alone, no one should feel lonely, and everyone should have a purpose in life. So, Shaks, are you willing to join us in a journey of making connections and bridging the gap of intergenerational connections too?
Thank you.
So 2-3 things. You mentioned there were some list of competitors, HelpAge India and Silver Lining and Robin Hood Army. All of them are NGOs. They are not for-profit organizations. Yes. Have you tested anybody who is a private sector business model who are doing any of this? All these 8, I think, are NGOs only. So will this work even if will it make money for you? Or is it only going to take away money and every year you will be collecting money as donations?
So, sir, in India, particularly after we've done research, there are mostly NGOs, but globally there are profit-driven companies, private companies like ours. So we want to bring something like this in India also, because in India, we have this emotional connection of respect towards our seniors. So why do we want to make them feel lonely every time?
Again, that's a...
No, fine.
Yeah. And how is this model going to work? It's an online connection that you're going to do?
So there will be the website where both youth and the senior citizen will give us all their information, address, picture, and then we will send the youth to the elderly person's home
Or there
as
can
per
even
their
be
needs.
online sessions if it is not possible because one might be living in Thaltej or the
Then
other
the
one living
proximity.
in some other.
Thaltej would fellow will go closer to Thaltej.
Yes.
They will not go to
So
somewhere on
that's
the
why we
east.
have also kept online sessions for
If
this.
there's a long distance, we have offered online sessions too.
Just to add to what Savan was saying, the concept is towards a service to a society. Why foundations and NGOs are there is because of that. Okay, monetizing such a concept is always difficult. And even when you talk about Europe and others, there is such time banks over there where the youth goes out there and they're credited with hours. So when they get old, that hours are given back to them. It's like that. A. B. When you're looking at this to monetize it, if at all, so then you have to have a look at it from that holistic thing. Ki there would be some people who are extremely rich, who is lonely over here because his son or daughter is alone and because they're in US, but they can afford these services. There could be a guy who cannot afford this service. That's where the Bill Gates Foundation and the Murthy Foundations come in place. You can charge from some people and take the help of foundations to balance of the gaps. Think it over, but the foundation help is required.
Thank you so much for that.
But in the process, you cannot become a foundation if you're looking at it as a business model, right?
I think thinking such a win-win itself, I think kudos to that whole idea that you've tried to join so
Thank you,
many
sir.
dots. Really, so many dots.
Thank you,
Where you're
sir.
looking at the youth, you're looking at, a lot of time that is on hand and which is underutilized, correct? The cause, of course, is larger, and that's why NGOs are there. The monetization obviously seems to be a problem because your projection is extremely small, market looks so small, and in India it is difficult, and the reason why it has not been there till now is because we do have a little better social system than most of the West, correct? We do have extended families and we do have care, but it is changing a lot. So I'm sure, sadly so, this is going to be the truth and reality, which is the future, and which is kind of bankable. Your numbers may need a little bit of help, but the idea is fabulous. And I think
Thank you, sir.
bringing in, not just certification, but education and skill development along with it completes the circle. But I think we need to sit on this to be able to take this ahead. Anytime open, I'm really very, very keen on this idea.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Arav, Vanya and Puranjay, fantastic idea. I would rather, the words in English cannot actually suffice the feeling that I have for your
Thank you
idea.
so much, ma'am.
And I wouldn't say that this is the first time I'm hearing, but this is the first time I'm taking out of a feeling. The way you have put up your marketing plan is fabulous.
Thank you.
So far, since the team, I haven't read such type of a marketing plan. I just have one advice for the same. You have inculcated LinkedIn in promoting, but you haven't inculcated Facebook. While I have seen my parents and age people like that, they are more preferring towards Facebook.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. And to me, figures look quite realistic. No superficial amounts, and I'm really happy to know that you are actually even accepting to earn this much. It's really kudos. I would love to have you at my office, mentoring you someday.
Thank you
would
so much,
love to
ma'am.
have.
We would love to be at your office.
For sure, come over. We will have lot of discussions for the same. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Team Visionary Vortex. Please give a big round of applause for Team Mediquip. Leading this team is Harak Gami, joined by Ritisha Chopra from YMB2 and Manya Thakkar from YMB3.
Sharks. All of us know how stressful it is when one of our loved ones is in a hospital suffering from many diseases. We want to provide them with the comfort of our homes, but we are not able to provide them with it because for it we have to buy very expensive medical equipments for which even people are ready to accept and buy it. But they generally overlook one common thing, that what happens to the medical equipment once the patient recovers or unfortunately leaves us. It just sits there wasting away space, and the money which we have invested on it also feels very useless.
Sharks, I am Manya Thakkar.
I am Ritisha.
And I am Haragami.
We are from Team MediEquip. Now, let me walk you through the core problem. Millions of families in India are struggling with rising healthcare expenses, whether it's buying hospital beds or mobility aids. These expenses add up quickly, especially when the equipment is needed only for a short period of time. And beyond the expenses, finding professional caregivers for home care is expensive and difficult. Imagine the case of an elderly person recovering from a surgery. Their family has to purchase a hospital bed, an oxygen concentrator, and hire a nurse. Not only is this costly, but once they have recovered, all this medical equipment is no longer needed, and the family is left wondering what to do with it. This is what we aim to solve.
So, what exactly is the solution? MediEquip is here to offer a simple yet affordable solution, allowing individuals to rent medical equipment instead of purchasing it. Plus, we also offer trained caregivers for home-based support available on a monthly basis. This way, we ensure the flexibility families need during times of home health care. The goal here is simple: make healthcare at home accessible, affordable, and reliable, while also reducing the cost of unused medical equipment.
So, at MediEquip, we offer a wide range of medical equipment ranging from hospital beds to oxygen machines to wheelchairs for the people, which we have all delivered and set up at the patient's home, so they don't need to worry about it. We also give specialized caregivers and basic caregivers for the people who want their services. If the people want to take care of their elderly or for their medication management, we have got it all covered. So all the equipment repairs is carried out by us, so the people do not have to worry about it. And we also provide 24/7 customer support. So for example, if any issue occurs, they can immediately contact us and we can easily solve it for them. We also tailor our packages for post-surgery people, for new moms, so that, and these packages also come with tailored things and the right things for the people, so that they do not have to worry about it.
Sharks, we conducted a survey with 45 participants, and the results were shocking. 90% people preferred renting medical equipment over purchasing it, and 80% found it difficult to find trusted caregivers for elderly or bedridden family members. This highlights the demand of home healthcare services. India's home healthcare market, valued at 40,000 crore rupees in 2025, is growing at an annual rate of 15 to 20%. With over 347 million seniors expected by 2050, the need for our service is only going to rise. Additionally, families prefer at-home recovery over expensive hospital stays, further driving the demand for our service. Our promotion plan is built to ensure we reach the right audience. We will begin by digital marketing, running ads on platforms like Google, Instagram, Facebook, etc., targeting families and caregivers who are in need for our service. Secondly, influencer and community outreach, collaborating with local healthcare influencers and conducting awareness camps will spread the word about our service and build credibility for the same. Finally, we believe in the power of referral marketing. By offering incentives to customers who refer our service to others, we will build a strong word-of-mouth network and also build trust within the community.
So we at MediEquip tend to take care of the families who want to, of the affordable middle class families, and our main aim is for the convenience and the affordability of our people. We also provide trained caregivers who have a support which our competitors don't offer, because their main focus is on the sale of their equipments and not on the lack of and not on the human touch. We are also very convenient and affordable for against our competitors, because for the basic caregiver support, for which we charge around rupees 25,000, for the same thing our competitors charge around 30 to 40,000 for it. Our focus is on the families needing temporary solutions for their bedridden loved ones, while our competitors do not provide the tailored packages for them, so they are left with many problems for it.
Now, let us talk about the numbers. Our initial capital expenditure would include the following. Medical equipment and procurement would cost about 20 to 25 lakh rupees. Caregiver and nurse staff hiring would cost about 5 to 7 lakh rupees. Warehouse and office setup would cost about 5 to 8 lakh rupees. Logistics and delivery setup 3 to 5 lakh rupees. Marketing and branding 3 to 4 lakh rupees. And miscellaneous or legal cost would be about 2 to 3 lakh rupees. All this would sum up to about 46 lakh rupees. In the operational expenditure, it would primarily include caregiver salaries, and in the initial stage of our business, we would hire 20 caregivers with a monthly salary of 15,000 rupees, and so the total would be 3 lakh rupees. We would hire 5 delivery staff executives with a monthly salary of 10,000 rupees, so that would be about 50,000 rupees. And the last would be the medical equipment maintenance, which we have estimated about 50,000 rupees, including the service, repairing and cleaning. So the total monthly OPEX would be about 4 lakh rupees. Let's talk about the pricing. The caregivers would work in shift of 12 hours. So the monthly package would include 2 caregivers, which would be about 25,000 or 26,000 rupees. For the experienced caregivers, for the people who need specific medical care, it would be about 35,000 rupees. The post-surgery or special care package would be around 35,000 rupees. And the rental equipments would vary according to which equipment they need. We would also have physiotherapy, which would be 15,000 rupees for 15 sessions. Taking all this into account, the total monthly income would include medical equipment rentals, which would earn us about 3 lakh rupees, caregiver and nursing services, 2.5 lakh rupees, and home medical support services, which would earn us about 1.5 lakh rupees. So the total monthly income would be 7 lakh rupees, and after subtracting our operational expenses, the revenue per month would be 3 lakh rupees. With an initial investment of 50 lakh rupees and monthly net profit of about 3 lakh rupees, we estimate breaking even within 15 months of operation, including the revenue increase every quarter.
Sharks, today we are asking for 10 lakhs for 5% equity in Medi-Equip Rent and Care. The potential is huge, and with your help, we can make healthcare at home accessible and reliable for millions of families. With your investment, we can scale quickly, build a trusted brand, and expand to other cities in Gujarat and eventually across India.
So Sharks, are you ready to bring this idea forward with us? And let's make sure that now no family has to waste excess money on medical equipment rentals. Thank you.
Wonderful concept.
Yeah, it's a good concept actually.
Thank you.
No doubt on that. But you belong to the medical fraternity. The families are there into medicine or something?
Yes. Both of our parents
are doctors. You intend to become doctors again?
I've not decided it.
Yeah, still not really sure about it.
They don't need to become doctors.
I know. Look, for example, my friend's dad was admitted at Zydus, and my friend's dad was admitted at Zydus. He was discharged just a couple of weeks back, and they themselves gave us numbers of all this equipment thing and all that stuff. So largely this thing is already in place in most of the cities. How do you intend to tackle that? Because it is not that I have to buy anything. Everything is available on rent, from the waterbed to the oxygen cylinders to the nursing staff 24/7, whether it was male or female. Everything is available, right? And we were given multiple options. So how do you intend to tackle that?
So first, taking the pricing, we first have analyzed all the pricing of the competitors. So first we would try to price lower than that, and once we establish a kind of a monopoly in the market, then we would increase our prices, and so like that how we would capture the business.
Yes, so firstly, I hope your friend's father is doing well now. And and secondly, I believe that what makes our company different from others is that we have really high quality medical equipment. Our prices are lower than the ones in the current market. And lastly, we also offer consultation, and we have nurses and caregivers as well.
So just a quick response. Yeah, yes. He's doing well. And to tell you, like the positioning on the price points in this segment has to be on the service. You may charge me more monies. It's my dad, it's my relative, or it's somebody who is close to me. Charge me more monies. I'm willing to pay. Give me the best service, best product. So instead of positioning on price, you can position on service.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You added some homes, medical support services also.
Yes.
That would be what? Some cardiogram, etc. What is that?
Types of
ECG
specific
and
medical
all,
needs.
which will be done at your home.
So you would have a one-stop shop where I get equipment, I get caregivers as well as the support services, where if I need to have this cardiogram, pressure or injections, etc.
Yes.
This is what you try, and you will charge for each of the services and you will own all the equipment.
Yes.
So you will buy the equipment.
Yes, we buy it and store it at our warehouse.
You will have a warehouse.
Yes.
And so this, as Mr. Pradeep mentioned, this is not service which is first of a kind, right? There are already service providers fragmented. So you would, have you benchmarked them? So except for what you mentioned, their prices or costs are high.
Yes.
Are their products inferior typically that you would want to improve on the quality of the equipment, or is it just the price that you want to compete with
Much
them?
better quality than them.
Yes.
And we also offer a wider range of equipment. Like they focus on medical management and mobility aids itself, but we also offer hospital beds, etc. and all of that.
And 5% equity, 10 lakhs of rupees. And you mentioned here the valuation of 3 crores. How does it? 5% would be 10 lakhs. 10 lakhs would be how much? 2 crores.
No, it's 2 crores.
Right?
Yes.
So it doesn't matter. So there's some error over here. But I think this concept needs to be, you will need much more money. You will have to have showcase.
Because this is for our initial.
Yeah, typically you will have to showcase a bigger picture also. These services cannot be just in an area. You will have to make it big to make it an organization or a enterprise, I would say. And then some investor may get attracted. Today it is always a feeling that this is a crisis management. Wherever you bring in, I need a hospital bed tomorrow morning, so whosoever gives me, I take it. So you'll have to organize. And this would be known online. How do I go and search for you guys?
Online.
So that would be, you would put up that what equipments are available.
Currently we don't have a website, but we will have a contact number and we'll have an entire Instagram handle and all. You can contact us from there via a phone or mail or anything. And then moving forward, we are thinking of developing a website for the same. So where you will find the prices and all as well.
So I can just, go to the website and order for something.
Yes, you can order.
I think the concept is fabulous.
Thank you.
Need of the hour also, and it will only be needed more. So you need to develop, and of course on your revenue model, you need to work little harder because every equipment would have a different revenue.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Team, hi, MediQuip. What is your USP? Because so far I have still not understood the USP of your business.
So,
is quality your USP?
Yes.
Or timely delivery, sorry, because we have seen a lot of competitors in Ahmedabad city itself serving this. 2 of them are members also, so I need to know What is the USP of your business?
Mainly it would be timely delivery and quality both, but
Yes.
we would first handle the trust of our customers and give the medical equipment to them at what time they need. Because this is a situation which is more of like an emergency.
Right. So you will have, you should have a strong logistics as well,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So the cost that you have mentioned over here with the warehouse space, you have mentioned it's somewhere between 500 to 1,000. So this is itself, the difference is huge. And I believe if you're keeping hospital beds, if you're keeping a lot of instruments,
Yes.
even if you're going to provide ECG machine and everything for the patients who really need it at home, wouldn't you require a larger space?
So for the initial stage of our business, we are not expanding that
much, but as it will expand, we'll also increase our warehouse space and
Right, so how many hospital beds, how many equipments are you really looking forward to invest with your capex?
So initially we were looking for quantities between 5 to 10, and then moving on as our company scales and as we grow, we'll start on buying more equipment.
Okay, and the training for the caregivers also needs to be taken highly,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
The brothers, sisters, the caregivers
so
are...
the nursing and all will be hired from the nursing colleges who have passed out from the colleges or from different hospitals.
All right, thank you.
Quick one, yeah. They deserve it. They deserve it. So I don't have a question. I think they've covered everything. Okay. I'll just tell you quickly that sometimes when the concept is new, there is a need for a proof of concept. In your case, this idea, because it is already done, and that's what everybody is saying, there's a lot done, you are trying to bundle two things together, which is animate and inanimate, right? Service and people, caregivers, and products and equipment.
Yes.
Correct? What you need to do is the best thing for you is to study much deeper all the possible competitors that you have. What you have is you've just skimmed it. Once you do that and talk to people who have actually utilized those services and figure out where your USP can come in from, because the unique selling proposition still does not exist. And price is never the best strategy to go. I think Pradeep has already said that. It's better, people want better service and they will be willing to pay better. So don't get into the price war game at all. Never. Yeah?
Okay, thank you.
There's also another possibility, because your previous group also has youth and older people. You could be looking at them. You're not going to get the best service from, nursing school, fresh pass outs, because that's not best service. They need to be experienced, correct? So I think that can happen. Your first group has pets. Pets are great healers. You may not need equipment. So imagine how much of synergy you have, amongst all three of you. Yeah? Congrats.
Thank you.
One small thing. If you have done the data research, of your competition, and if the positioning has to be done, I urge you to come down to Niraj's office. I'll also join you out there. Trust me on this. He's the only guy who can position you correctly, and we'll do that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Team Mediquip. Next up, we have Team Araxis. Their leader, Aryan Pandey, along with Anshi Mehta from YMP2 and Vivan Shah from YMP3. Let's give them a huge round of applause.
Wait. You want a mic? Notes. Report. No, you don't need one. So friends, I'm sure you saw him falling down, right? Well, I don't think most of you noticed how maybe a potential assault or a potential rape could have been stopped just by using basic self-defense. That's where SHIELD comes in. My name is Aryan, his name is Vivan, and she is Anshi. And together we are Team Araxis. So we present to you SHIELD. First, what is SHIELD? SHIELD is a jujutsu-based martial arts self-defense service which we provide to females in corporate workplaces, in schools, and in the college level as well. Now, we work on the time intervals of the colleges, and we engage with admin blocks, HR departments of the schools and colleges where there are a high amount of female students and female employees. When we engage with these HR departments and admin blocks, we will here be building a connection with these businesses, and we'll be providing trainers which will teach jujutsu, which is a type of martial art, to the females for their basic protection and safety. Over to you, Anshi.
Now I will tell you about the mission and vision. Everyone,
You have a mic.
Everyone knows that crimes against women are increasing. And although a lot of discussions are taking place, no real action is actually implemented. We at Araxis recognized the need and brought a solution. We aim to give a service that will help women to learn self-defense in every way and be able to protect themselves from anything that ever comes in their way. We also envision a world where every woman feels safe and has an availability to a place where they can learn self-defense and grow ahead and face anything that ever comes in their way. Why is it needed? All know that self-defense is very important, but why SHIELD? SHIELD will give practical jujutsu training which will help them to overcome stronger opponents by using its techniques. SHIELD will also help them improve their confidence and raise awareness. Also, with the self-defense training, they will get a mental assurance or confidence that they will be able to handle everything. The training that will be given to them will help them to defend themselves and be prepared for everything. Next. Why Jiu-Jitsu? There are a lot of kinds of martial arts, but why Jiu-Jitsu? Jiu-Jitsu is a kind of martial art which focuses more on techniques rather than strength and uses the opponent's body weight against them. This is very important because the person who will be attacking the woman will mostly be stronger than her. Also, it focuses more on escaping and control rather than attacking. Jiu-Jitsu is also used in martial art and military and police training, which ensures that it is a safe way to protect yourself. Now, I would like to pass it to my teammate.
So now I'll explain you how our courses work. We have 3 different courses, level 1 training, level 2 training, and level 3 training. Level 1 training is basic self-defense, ground self-defense, which can help women escape from maybe a wrist hold, maybe a bear hug, or maybe just a basic attempt to assault. Now that will cost the business who we are selling it to 20,000 rupees per month, so we work on a subscription-based model. The basic training will go on for 12 weeks, which is also 3 months, we can say 3 months, approximately 3 months, and per batch there will be 10 females which will be learning jujutsu. Now the second level is the intermediate level jujutsu, in which we teach the females how to escape from pins, chokes, and all of that type of stuff. Now that will cost the business 30,000 rupees per month, and again the batch size will remain same, which is of 10 females. And last but definitely not the least, we have the level 3 advanced program, where we charge 40,000 rupees to the business per month for 40,000 rupees per month for 10 females per batch, and that will teach real life scenarios, how to deal with real life scenarios to these women, and it will also teach how to tackle weapons and even multiple attackers. If there is a possibility of multiple attackers, females will also get to know how to tackle with that. Next. So now I'll explain you the finances and the unit economics. For so for starting the business, the capex I need to start the business, let's say tomorrow, is approximately 7 lakhs. The exact value is 6 lakhs and 50,000 rupees, out of which 2 lakh rupees are dedicated to marketing and 4 lakh and 50,000 rupees are dedicated to training equipment and gear. Now I'll walk you through the unit economics of a 40,000 rupees product if the business continues for 1 year straight. So the total revenue if the business continues for 12 years straight is 4 lakhs and 80,000 rupees, out of which the staff salary, which will be considered a cost of service sold, it will be 2 lakh and 40,000 rupees, which is about 50% of the revenue we earn. Then our material usage cost is 12,000 rupees and the logistic cost is 18,000 rupees, and other miscellaneous expenses like staff welfare also come down to 18,000 rupees, which bring our total cost to 2 lakhs and 88,000 rupees. So this leads to a profit of profit before depreciation of 1 lakh and 92,000 rupees. Considering so our 2 lakh budget in marketing, we are going to be spending it over 5 years, 40,000 rupees each year. So we're taking 20%, which will remain as a fixed cost. So fixed cost of marketing is 20,000 and depreciation we've considered 15% of the 4,50,000 training equipment and gear, which comes down to 67,500, which brings our net profit to 84,500 rupees. So the return on capital employed we get is 13%, and the net margin comes down to 17.6%. And our break even is 100 trainees per annum, which comes down to 10 batches of advanced training per annum. Over to Vivan.
Alright, Sharks, let's talk statistics. I would like to draw your attention to the donut graph over here. It shows you what crimes were committed against women and in what percentages. Over here, 31% of crimes against women were committed by someone in their own family, their husbands or their relatives, which is really unfortunate. Over here, we can see that around 19% was committed by doing abductions or kidnapping. Then 7% is due to rape, and another 20% is due to assault, and another 23% is due to other causes. Sharks, did you know that if with some basic self-defense, 75% of these could be easily solved? It really breaks my heart, because with some basic self-defense, so much could be avoided. Now, onto the bar graph. Here we are showing you the number of workplace assaults that have taken place over the years. We can see that there's an uptick in the number of assaults that have taken place over the years in the workplace, which is really unfortunate, because the workplace should be safe and welcoming. It's a place to work, not to be attacked. So, we knew to thoroughly understand this topic, we would have to conduct some market research. And I'm really proud to say that we had almost 150 recipients who had responded to our market research. You can see we have a very diverse age range of women who had responded to this. And over here, you can see that almost 83% of women agree that there should be, that the Indian female safety is an issue in India. And again, over here, you can see almost 95% of women would agree that if there's such a service would be available in their schools, colleges, or workplace, they would avail it. And around 80% of women would agree that there should be something like this to teach women. Now, a really important aspect of our business, manpower. So how do we plan on managing our service? As the most important people for this operation would be the trainers. Shield would get trainers from academies like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Academy and martial art gyms and other online platforms. We would also get other part-time trainers from the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Academy and Ground Zero and such other martial arts gyms. And we would have a head in charge who would be responsible for the communication between the customers and the trainers and would ensure smooth operation between the both of them. So the training would be conducted on an availability basis. And at Shield, we would ensure that each and every one of our instructors would be trained black belts from reputed dojos to ensure that what you are learning is correct. Over to you.
Last but definitely not the least and probably the most important part is how we plan on reaching our target market. So we have a 5-step plan which we have put into place to reach our target market. First, we have direct outreach. What happens during these direct outreach programs? During these direct outreach programs, we plan on directly engaging with HR departments and admin blocks of schools and various colleges and workplaces. Now, this will help us get an idea of what is happening inside the workplace, what is happening inside the school, and how Shield can be tailored better, how it can be suited for the women which are working in these workplaces and studying in schools and colleges. Next up, we have workshops and demonstrations. Now, during these workshops, we will provide training to these women free of cost, and they can come and try our training. Now, this will be a game changer, I believe, because we are providing the training free of cost, and this will really attract the females and various businesses to try out our product. Now, if they like the product, which I can guarantee they will, I will guarantee that they will like our product. They can sign a contract with us. They are most welcome to join with us and to build a connection with us. Next up, we have social media marketing and social media marketing. So during this social media marketing, I'm sure everyone knows the power of what online marketing can do. I mean, we got 150 responses on our market research in a very short time. So online marketing is spreading like wildfire, and during the online marketing programs, we will be leveraging social media like Instagram and Facebook, where a lot of businesses are already there, and this will really help us boost our reach towards our target market. Next, we have public relations and content. Now, during this content, we are going to be publishing blogs and various case studies which will cater to females, and this will really help the female understand what we are working towards as a team. Yeah, it's done. It's the last slide. Okay, fine. So I'll just explain the last thing because we are short of time. Well, so in the content and credibility, as I said, we'll publish reports, case studies, and blogs where we will connect with the females and they can understand what we are catering towards.
So, to conclude, for us, Shield isn't just a business, it's a movement. So, I wish that you would join us in making this world a safer place for women, because safety is not a privilege, it's a right. And we are here to make sure that everyone can claim it.
So Sharks, I would love for you to join Shield, and my ask for Shield, our ask as a team is 3 lakh rupees in an exchange of 25% stake in our company, and I believe that I will really make you a 100 crore business. And yeah, that's about it. So please join Shield so she can be safe. Thank you.
Thank you. This is our bibliography.
So compliments for 1, the concept, 2, the name, 3, the logo. So nicely done. The name also, logo also.
Thank you.
Because that starts the first impression, right? Then you did, and then of course that skit also. Fortunately, it was a skit. And the last line, yes, you protect the she. But yes, you rightly said it's a movement, but then there is a business in the movement, right? You cannot have just the movement as a movement. You have to look at the business model in the story. You said you will train the people. And then, so where is the focus client? I'm trying to understand whether it is that individual woman or women that is the focus client, or the college, or the school, or the corporate. Whom are you going to pitch for this?
So, sir, our main aim is to institutes where there are a large number of women so that they can be trained efficiently. Supposing there's an institution over a college, supposing, where there are over 50% women. Over there would be a really efficient way for us, as we already have a large audience of females who we can train, and they would also be in need. So it's not one particular, just a school, just a college. So any institution with a large number of women.
To be more specific, what's the age you're looking at? School-going kids, girls, or college-going girls?
We are catering to a
or
wide range of women, because in today's generation, I think women are very flexible, and it's not as Sir said, it's not a movement, it's a business. So we have to think about that aspect as well. But as I was saying, we have all the age groups up till the working age. For example, let's take AMA itself. Okay, now AMA has lots of women working. Now I will come to you. You will tell me, I have this much amount of women. Now what I will do is I will sign a contract with you on a paper, obviously. I will sign a contract. I will sign a contract with you regarding how much, what batch you are doing and how much I'm taking from you. Now we are majorly doing this on a school level also, because today's generation, even let's say 5-year-old girl, she is also not safe.
Right, so
It's all the age groups.
All
Yeah,
age
it's
groups.
all age groups.
Train the trainer, and where will the training happen?
Sir, the training will happen during the workplace, during the work hours of the workplace, and for schools and colleges, it will be done during the school hours. In the school itself. And we are doing this because women have a very busy life. They have to, let's say, make food at home. They have to manage their work also. They have to take care of, let's say, a child. So it's very.
And now pets also.
Yeah, and now pets also.
Pets as well.
So that will really be that will really act as a USP, because if you go and take training from external sources, then you have to go at that timing ki I have a batch 6 to 9, I have to
My
batch.
point of asking you was that's an asset light model. You are
Yes.
not creating assets or putting
yes.
that
Yeah.
load on the business. So no assets that you're buying. It will be done at the places
At the place,
convenient.
we,
So institutions would have to be part of it. As an individual
Yes.
women approaching you, there is no place to train
No,
them.
sir.
You-
No, but in the future, we definitely will, because as I said, we aim to make a 100 crore business, and with your guidance, we will definitely do it. I believe it, sir.
I mean, I like your confidence. I mean, look, the girls particularly, once they are in college or beyond that, they have less and less time, as we all know, right? At least for the training part. So as we are discussing, the schools are the best place to start off, always. How do you associate with the schools, at what age groups, and what is the USP of your training would define your business model actually. If you get the best of the trainers, and if those are the people whom I look up to, yes, these are the people who can give the best education to the girl students in my school, my college, then it works. So you'll have to figure that out first.
So we are going to be connecting with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu academies in India. There is one academy, Ground Zero Academy in Ahmedabad itself. So we have talked to them, and they are more than happy to provide us with black belt certified trainers of Jiu-Jitsu, which will, black belt is the highest you can go in all martial arts, I suppose, but in Jiu-Jitsu I am 100% sure it is the highest you can go. So these trainers, they will be black belt trained, and they will ensure the best quality of Jiu-Jitsu and self-defense training is provided to these females. Now you talked about the USP. Now I think I have a very good USP, considering that as you only said, sir, females have less and less time going up. Now we're doing that in the workplace itself. So we're working on a B2B model here. We're partnering with the institution. So the training will be conducted on a time interval decided by the business, and that time will be given on a day for the training itself.
Can this be considered as CSR? Can this be considered
It is a specific under company law. Any women upliftment or a women.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So I think that's a great idea, you know, that corporates you could sell the idea to the corporates from CSR and from this whole aspect also. So I think the model is quite good. Competition may come in, which you'll have to look at, is from these academies itself. So you will have to build a very large database. What you got to look at here, did you understand what I'm saying? Is that now you're, the academy itself, and these trainers, this happens, right? The trainers, they say, yaar, inki kya zarurat hai? Main bhi jaake train karta hu. They never thought about it. They were still learning, right? But you will have to bank on your database to be able to safeguard your business, right? Even from the smaller competition, because it can crop up. Because you're relying on somebody else, right? Because you don't have the skill, correct? So your base is the database. Are you looking at selling any products to this same database? Maybe not now. No. Think about it, because that's a big possibility, right? There could be things which are related to safety itself. You have female population as your database, and that could be an additional revenue without it being too selly.
Yeah. So
right?
we actually had a thought about this product point of view, but then a lot of products in India, like let's say pepper spray and these sharp pocket knives which are used for self-defense, they are considered illegal and are banned in India. So we put that out of the place and first decided to do this.
That's all right. But remember that you have a database and you could be pushing anything else. It need not be just this, right? But which is not too selly. You had bundled. So when you say bundled, you mean your mid-level and your advanced level and all of that bundled together is what you're looking at revenue. All right, great, thanks.
So I respect the time. More questions after the event. Okay? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Team Araxis. Next, we have Team Momentum Makers, Riva Shah, the leader, along with Vivan Kankaria from YMP2 and Vaidehi Patel from YMP3. Let's give them a huge round of applause.
Good evening, Shaks, and everyone present here. I am Riva Shah, and this is Vaidehi and Vihan. So, assume that I am an AI-powered website, which is The Bridge. I will connect senior citizens to young, curious children across India. So, think of me as a bridge between these two generations. And now we'll be showcasing how our website works through a short role play.
Holidays are so boring and I don't have anything to do. I'm bored of playing with these video games and my parents will get mad if I disturb them at this hour. And it's too hot to play outside.
Vihan, I can help you. All you need to do is fill out a form on the website so that I can know all about your interests and match you up with a senior.
Ooh, there are so many categories to choose from. Mythology, culture, folk tales, life advice, etc. I would like to choose mythology.
Great choice. You can select multiple categories as well based on your interests. Survey filled. Ding ding ding, match found. This is a granny, Vaidehi, who is a 67-year-old and has 30 years of teaching experience and currently resides at an old age home. She's extremely passionate about mythology.
Hello, Vihan. Are you ready for a fun-filled session of 45 minutes about mythology?
Yes.
Great. Let's start with the story of Lord Krishna and his role in Mahabharata.
45 minutes later.
Wow, that was a wonderful session. And on top of that, I get 100 rupees to share my love of storytelling. And that is not even the main incentive about being a part of this website. This helps me to cure my boredom and loneliness in the old age home, where I have no children to interact with.
That's right. Seniors earn 100 rupees for providing sessions, and children like Vihan here get the joy of experiencing the deep knowledge being shared by Vaidehi.
I love this, but how do I pay for further sessions?
Each session will cost you 250 rupees, and buying a monthly package will provide you with 6 sessions at the cost of just 5.
Oh, I will buy 5 more sessions to get my free one.
Great. So everyone, do you know there are over 250 million children in the age group of 7 to 15 who are working parents, and they're actively searching for websites like ours, who provide interactive educational learning to children. We're not just a website, it's a movement which bridges the gap between the two generations through stories and values. And my AI-powered matching system will ensure the perfect match every time based on the background of the seniors and the interest of children. Now I'd like Vaidehi to take over.
Like we just saw in the skit, there is a huge problem. Nowadays, more and more nuclear families are there. More and more children have two working parents. Sometimes, some children, they do not have access to their grandparents because they are living somewhere else. We saw this problem. We saw the emotional and psychological impact on the seniors. Often in old age homes, they only have the caretakers or other older people to interact with. They don't have other children to talk to. So we saw this problem. Grandchildren who do not have grandparents. These children do not have these children do not get the benefits of the grandparents telling them stories or the moral lessons that they would learn from their grandparents. Working parents able to give limited time to the children. After working a long 9 to 5, some parents would feel exhausted and they wouldn't be able to spend as much quality time with their children. They wouldn't be able to tell them all these stories in depth like their grandparents used to tell them like in the villages. Declining cultural and emotional bonds. It's obvious that when these stories and the interaction between grandchildren, grandparents and generation gets less, these cultural and emotional bonds will weaken. Stories and experiences are not passed down through generations. These stories also have morals behind them, which are very important to learn for the future generations. Children moving to gadgets since parents are working. More and more children have started scrolling social media or playing other games. This is not beneficial for them and it often creates problem in their health. We saw this problem and created a solution, the bridge. The bridge has a flexible and convenient interaction. The grandparents, seniors and children will be able to use it easily because it has a user-friendly interface. It will combat loneliness and among the seniors. The seniors who are not able to interact with with children will be able to seek help through this website, providing valuable lessons and storytelling based on the children's interest. As we just showed in the skit, there will be a whole survey. After filling the survey, the website will be able to recognize which senior is has the best knowledge about the interests of the child, and we'll provide a storyteller accordingly. It will help children build a connection with seniors. As we all know, respect is a big thing in Indian culture. But nowadays, when children are interacting less with seniors, they're forgetting how to respect their seniors and how to talk with them. This interaction will also help build that connection. Children learn from the lifelong experiences of seniors. Through some of the categories that we provide, it includes life lessons. These life lessons are very important as they also teach the children. Some things about the bridge. Bridge will enable interaction between seniors and children. It will have a user-friendly interface. Both seniors and children will be able to use it easily and will not cause problems. Personalized AI-powered matching systems will also be in it. Once the children will fill out a form, they will be matched with a senior who has enough knowledge in that particular category. Secure calling system, safety systems and security has also been put up in our website. Parental supervision. All of the sessions will be recorded and the parents will be able to check the progress of their child anytime. Senior citizens will be hired between the age of 55 to 70 years so that they also get some jobs after their retirement. 250 rupees will be charged per session and each senior will be given 100 rupees per session conducted. Over to my friend behind.
We have many categories to choose from, like mythology and cultural folk tales. We have festivals of India, moral and value-based stories. We have historical and freedom struggle stories. We also have career and life advice, which would be helpful for children above the age of 11. We have humor and wit storytelling, like the stories of Akbar and Birbal and Tenali Rama. We have spiritual and philosophical lessons, like the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. Market opportunity. We have a great opportunity as if we look at the population increase in the following categories. The current senior population is 2.5 lakh crores and it is expected to increase to 9.96 lakh crores by 2030. It is 4 times from now. 14.06% of Indian population consists of children of the age group 7 to 15 years old, and that is our target audience. Working parents. 67% of the total population of married couple families with children have both parents working. This shows that there are a lot of people who would require our services. Rise in virtual connection. With the help of virtual connection, we can connect children and seniors from different places. Personalized and cultural exchange. Both the seniors and the children will get a personalized experience according to their interests and their backgrounds. Competitive edge, untapped market. This market is not very popular and we are from the first few to step into it. We conducted a survey of working parents and we found out the following results. We found out that most parents are willing to pay a price between 200 to 250 rupees per session. 70% of the children have grandparents, but still 60% are willing to take up our services. 50% of the people would buy our monthly packages. Market strategy. We have thought to partner with old age homes for recruiting seniors. Social media marketing. We would be advertising using billboards, posters and on social media for the working parents to know about our services. There would be one free trial session provided to each child to know about our service and how the website works. Monthly package deals. There would be monthly packages containing 6 sessions, but you only have to pay for 5 of them. Over to my colleague Riva.
Okay. So personalized AI-based matching has been involved, which is a very unique system and provides us a differentiational potential in the market. We have a high emotional value as the website not only provides educational returns, it also develops an emotional connect with the seniors. We're operating in a niche market since our target audience is very specified and the needs are very specific as well. It is an untapped market as there are as other platforms are providing different services such as pre-recorded storytelling sessions which lack the element of human interaction. Our business also creates a social impact and we'll be using competitive pricing in order to secure a position in the market.
We'll have to wrap up quickly.
Yeah, can
You just have 30 seconds now.
Okay, can you go on to the ask? Okay, so the ask for a business is 1.4 lakh in exchange for 3% equity in our business, and this will help us to enhance our existing features, scale our operations to more families, and we aim on developing an app in the future once our business is profitable. And I think it is an exciting opportunity for you to invest in our business due to a high revenue potential, a strong position in the market, and yeah, that's about it.
This is our bibliography. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you so much. Okay, Reva and the team, Vaidehi and Vivan. So the concept is nice. I have few questions. Why are you just sticking to stories and not about imbibing other cultural things like knitting, stitching, bead art, or any other art that the elderly would, otherwise they will get extinct. That's my idea. One more thing, the ROI is quite impressive. I mean, it's really, if it is really working, there would be some fool who wouldn't invest in this. But who is going to be the decision maker, the kids or the parents when they invest into it?
It's going to be for the parents.
The parents would invest,
Yeah.
but as you mentioned, the parents are quite busy, and they would. Like, do you feel that they will just, tell that के अच्छा दादा दादी नाना नानी से नहीं सुनो, किसी के दादा दादी नाना नानी से सुनो, ऐसा आपको लगता है? I mean, it's just intrigued to know.
Sometimes like the time zones are different, so
Mhm.
for them it would be better that someone like my nana nani are living in US, so
Mhm.
we are not able to communicate.
All right,
like
so you're going to tap the Indian market vis-a-vis the
At
clients
present.
would be like this. All right. And who is going to teach them? You have already mentioned that the seniors will be recruited by a team.
Yeah.
They will be interviewed. So who's going to do that?
Teams will be hired for doing that.
So you have
That
you
that yeah,
have you accounted the the expense for
we
that?
were short of time, so I couldn't
right.
explain the expenses.
Okay, all right. Cool. So done. Thank you.
So great, because you're relying on technology in a big way for both. So there will be one challenge, because you're kind of taking it for granted that the elders or the seniors themselves will be able to use technology easily. So you will have to train them
Induction
for
training will
technology.
be given
Great.
so that they would know how to operate.
Adding to what she was saying, our points are similar, but just to kind of give you a possible solution to it, is that you will have to have, you said that it's not very personalized when you listen to a pre-recorded thing, correct? But you will have to give a choice on your app to have pre-recorded and non-pre-recorded. Your non-pre-recorded is what you want to sell, which means it is at a premium price.
Yes.
The other one is cheaper. What happens is, because of that, you're creating a positioning, which makes that more attractive. Got it? Why? Because every time there's a good story told, and you already have it recorded for parental supervision, correct? Might as well utilize it for somebody else, where it is maybe not just video, and you can say, okay, only audio, audio plus video, pre-recorded, and then you have interactive. I'm very glad she added that, because interaction is what you're looking for. So interaction need not be only storytelling. You have some things where you said life skills, life advice, teachings, which will all be interpretation based. And that is where the beauty lies, where there is going to be a lot of interaction. And the other was also the same thing. When you say target audience, you're saying 7 to 15. You have to remember, for a business, the target audience is the user, is different from the one who is paying money.
Yeah.
So you have to differentiate that extremely well and target accordingly. Yeah, great.
Just adding to what Niraj is saying, two critical, observations. One, the the kids you are looking at is the kids who would be happy listening to a story, right? The parents are already struggling how to reduce the screen time, right? You are adding to the screen time. I'm just observing, right? Number one. Number two, the negativity. And like what happens is your problem statement itself means that I have to own up to you guys and say, yes, I have no time to tell stories, or I have nobody in the families to tell stories. I cannot give time. A concept cannot be built and sold on negativity. You'll have to figure that out. Or how do you want to address that, if you have an answer?
I think we would, it is difficult to limit the screen time up to a certain extent. So we're trying to substitute
scrolling on social media or something like that
with something more
effective.
practical.
It would be beneficial. It is screen time, but it is not time waste. It is beneficial for them.
The parents are on the screen all the time in the office also, right? so it's a good screen time versus a not so good screen time. But you identified a supply side. Supply side is this old age homes and so many senior citizens overseas who are alone and who has this old. Two is what he mentioned, that it cannot be built on a negative. The positivity is here you are reviving or probably protecting the culture or a heritage. that you percolating it down to generations what the culture heritage was. So that should be the pitch. The pitch should be that how we are, making sure that the new generations are aware of what traditions were, etc. That storytelling is more about bringing down knowledge, wisdom of the older times. And then, of course, you have the whole menu that is available, more than just the mythology or the stories that you want to tell. But are you're going to compete with some big animals on the screen? Because YouTubes and Spotify's already have a lot of stories. What you, and couple of times, 3-4 times that you mentioned was AI and personalized service. So that another will have to be your focus. That here it is not just you do a YouTube and then start listening to some story or some film or whatever. Here is what is going to be one, personalized, two is interactive also. So you may have to get into a little bit of bringing that edge over what is already there as something available free of cost also. So that's, I think, my comments. A good thing to do. There is already people who on supply side, there are a lot of them on demand side. Your target audience, very important, are the parents as much as the kids. And it's certainly communicating, bringing them together. So certainly a good concept. You must do this sooner than later.
So I'm extremely sorry now, but we're a bit short on time. So now I'll welcome the next team.
Thank you, Team Momentum Makers. And finally, our last team, Team Kaizen. Please welcome Hiri Dave, the team leader, along with Himani Agarwal from YMP2 and Manya Shah from YMP3. Let's cheer them on.
Mom, I'm out of sanitary napkins. Can I get some?
Just a second.
Thank you. Oh, there's so much plastic. Let me just throw the plastic away.
Sharks. Every month, over 1 billion sanitary napkins are dumped into landfills and water bodies in our country and take decades and decades to decompose. What if we tell you the solution was hiding in something we usually throw away as waste?
Which is sugarcane bagasse, which is waste of sugarcane.
Which is sugarcane waste. So, here we are. To ensure that you are secure, we have come up with She Cure.
From Earth.
As I mentioned, you can have a closer look at the statistics, which is 12.3 billion pads generated annually in India. The rural population, when we look at it, it consumes approximately between 1 to 5% to purchase merely the sanitary products.
Now, you can have a quick look at the chart over here. Now, you can have a quick look over the chart over here. It shows the comparison of pads available in the Indian market. The first one is sugarcane pads, which is our brand, and the others are the different pads. You can have a quick look.
Now, when we talk about user personas, it refers to the psychological perspective of women from different fields of life.
Here we have urban women, we have NGOs, we have the teenagers, which is us, who are looking forward to sustainability and eco-friendly, and then we have the rural population for whom the primary factors that matters is nothing else but the pricing.
Coming up to the layers of the product. The product is divided into 4 layers: the sticker layer, the cotton layer, then the absorbent layer, and then lastly the cotton layer once again. The sticker layer provides addition to the napkin so that it can stay in its place. The cotton layer is so that the napkin becomes breathable and soft for the skin. The other 2 layers, which are the super absorbent layer and the cotton layer, are very important for preventing leaks. The super absorbent layer is the layer which is made of the sugarcane waste. It locks in the moisture, and also the last layer, the cotton layer, ensures durability and prevents leakage. The solution. We noticed that one sanitary napkin uses up to 4 plastic bags. We also saw that 54 million tons of sugarcane waste is produced around the world every day. So we came up with Shecure, which is a sustainable alternative. These pads decompose naturally and also reduce the landfill waste. They don't take more than 6 months to decompose, whereas the existing pads, which are the modern pads, take up to 500 to 800 years to decompose. These pads are not only better for the environment, but are also safe and comfortable to wear.
Now sharks, any idea that we come up with, the most important thing is to know the realisticness of it. So to test that, we came up with a market survey of a whole 100 people, and the results we came up with were shocking. When we look at it, a huge percentage of the people said when they're choosing a sanitary product, which is a basic need, they wouldn't consider if it is eco-friendly or not, because no matter how much we talk about sustainability and all of it, and no matter how important it is always neglected. But when we told them that we're introducing this product, and that too with the same pricing, a whooping 96% people were ready to buy it and give us a try. The research we conducted also gives us more responses. You can have a quick look at the graphs. So I'd like to highlight on the left corner, which says, how do you usually dispose sanitary pads? And the majority percentage said that they'd simply throw it in a waste bin. Now, when I compare a plastic pad and what I will be manufacturing, even if someone throws it and then it will naturally biodegrade within 3 to 6 months, and that is tried and well tested.
Now is the competitor analysis. Stepping into the market, we have many competitors, and one of our major competitor is the Whisper brand. Over here is a 42% of the market. Then it comes Stay Free, which is 29% of the market. Then it's Sophie, which is 12% of the market. Nua, which is 7% of the market. And then comes Be Safe, which is around 6 to 5% of the market. You can have a quick look at the graph.
Coming up to the manufacturing process. These sanitary pads are sustainable. So first, the sourcing of the raw materials is the first step. Primarily, our raw materials are sugarcane waste and cotton. The materials are then cut and sorted and then cut into small particles so that the layer can be formed. For it goes under a boiling process where the sugar residues are removed from the product, from the sugarcane paste. Next, the boiled mixture is then combined with binders and then it is dried to form a paper-like material which serves as the core, which is the absorbent layer of the product. Finally, we use cotton for both the upper and the lower layer of our product, which ensures ensures that the product is soft for the skin and is skin friendly, of course.
Now, Sharks, finances are always very important. So my friend Himani and Manya are going to talk about the same.
Okay, so right now we are selling the Shecure Mini, which is the smallest pack, at 80 rupees because one pad is about 10 rupees each and it has 8 pads in it. We are going to launch Shecure Standard and Shecure Value of 50 into 25 pads respectively. Now we come to the projected sales and growth. Our year 1 sales is around 2,40,000 packs with monthly sales of 20,000 packs. Year 2 sales is 3,12,000 packs with 30% growth year over year with 26,000 monthly sales. The third is 4,05,600 packs with 30% growth year over year with monthly sales of 33,800 packs.
Coming to how we plan the financial things. First is the annual revenue, which for first year is 1 crore 92 lakhs. For the second year, it is 2 crores 49 lakh 60,000, and for the third year, it is 3 lakh 24 lakh 48,000. The cost of goods is about 45% of the annual revenue, which for first year is 86 lakh 40,000. Second year it is 1 crore 12 lakhs 32,000, and for the third year it is 1 crore 46 lakh and 1,600 rupees. Logistics and distribution take over about 15%. For first year it is 28 lakhs with 80,000. For the second year it is 37 lakhs with 44,000, and for the year 3 it is 48 lakhs with 67,200 rupees. For the marketing, we are reducing it by 2.5% every year. For the first year it is 38 lakh 40,000. For the year 2 it is 43 lakh 68,000, and for the last, which is the third year, it is 48 lakh 67,200 rupees. Okay, yeah, thank you.
Now, moving ahead, when we talk about the marketing plan, we're well aware that we're entering a perfectly competitive market. So marketing is going to be our strongest. So you can have a look at the marketing plans that we've thought of, which include running campaigns in the rural areas who are not even well aware about and sanitation. Also, we have calculated and we're aware that government will provide us help by subsidies, and will also tie up with NGOs so that we can run campaigns in the rural areas as well. And then we have other marketing strategies as mentioned.
Now comes the market size. Over here, the market size for biodegradable sanitary pads in India is 198.82 crores in year 2022.
Hi, so you'll have to wrap up the presentation in about 1 minute now. Thank you.
Okay.
It is projected to grow at CAGR with 26.95%, and you can see the figure over here, which will reach by 2032. Here's the graph.
So as we have lack of time, we'll just go through the graphs which are given in the slide of the market size. And moving ahead to capital investment, we'll start a business by investing 75 lakhs, running it on OEM basis, that is outsourcing our manufacturing. When we talk about future plans, moving back to the research we conducted, we came to know that these days people are also choosing alternatives to the traditional sanitary napkins, and so we plan on producing a series of products.
So we come to the ask. We have shown the calculations how we have come to this number. Firstly, we see that 2.5x or 3x of the revenue is calculated as the valuation. The lower estimate is rupees 3.25 crores into 3, which is rupees 9.75 crores. The valuation range of ours is 8 crores to 9 crores, 9.75 crores, and our offering for today is 10% equity at 80 lakhs. Thank
You can have a quick look at the bibliography.
Prototype.
The first of the product kind of business, right? So compliments, guys, absolutely, and very important, very critical. The questions are many, but I will ask only one or two because there are four of us. One, because this is, you said you will do a contract manufacturing. You mentioned the word nicely, yeah. OEM, that you would be and you would have it outsourced. So somebody will manufacture for you, but then you will have to look at the whole supply chain. Yes. There's a supply chain. Are you looking at distribution? Are you doing a retailing? Because there's a brand over here and there's a supply chain, there's sourcing, there is conversion, there's warehousing, there is distribution. How have you thought of this?
So basically, brands like Puma, Nike and everything, they also outsource the manufacturing as it's more sustainable.
Which is fine.
Yeah,
which is good thing
because
to do.
the machinery for this would cost us a lot and our capital investment would increase by crores and crores. So the other things like distribution and everything will be looking at it, which is outsourcing and manufacturing.
So you'll have your own distribution. So it will grow from a...
No, we will have distributors for us.
What you're saying, you have done some homework on that?
Sorry, on what?
You've done some homework on that towards the raw material, who would with the manufacturing units and all?
Yeah.
And point number two, your competitors who are big, they are aware, they are under pressure that environment unfriendly products are not going to last long. So will they not come and do this, or why have they not already implemented this? You mentioned that it is tried and tested as your model, that costs and
we had it tried.
Yes. So why are the competitors not in? There are two reasons. One, either that the product is not working, or two, the costs are not working. So how have you tried, and what is the competitors doing on this that
So
you
as
have
per
to look
us,
at?
the costs seem to be working out. And when we talk about competitors not doing it, I don't have a much say on it, but we're looking towards sustainability as well. So we feel that with awareness and proper marketing, we can cater, and even if we cater 1 or 2% of the entire market of sanitation, it will be approximate of 1.25 crores females that we will be catering to. And like there are products like P-Safe and everyone who are doing this, but their prices are too high, so for people to afford it as well.
The way you have done your own research, the primary research, and you said that 34% were not okay with, they were not wanting to switch over to eco-friendly or whatever. When you said that the price sensitivity was there, so 30% said yes. In other words, 70% was still saying no. Let's put it that way, right? Now, the question is, it's not dependent upon price or whether it's eco-friendly or not. These products are basically based on functionality and the comfortness. And it becomes a habit, right? Actually. So how do you address that? Because that is going to be the most challenging aspect of this product.
That's what we aim to create, the habit of using our product. And we will ensure that we have proper comfort and we are all medically tested and tried before introducing a product into the market.
Fair.
It's such a great learning that in order for the mic to work, it must be put on. So similarly, an idea like this, your advantage is the fact that it has been tried and tested. The disadvantage is that you haven't really studied all those models, and some of those brands that you mentioned in competition, actually some of them are not mentioned. And we had the privilege of working with Sathi pads. Sathi works on bamboo and banana. And it's an Ahmedabad-based company which has got funding from US, but it has struggled, right? Everything was done, that whatever you're talking about is done, and it's already been 6 years or 7 years. But the amount of money that needs to go into marketing is huge. I'm glad that you guys are not scared of numbers. You've put in a lot of numbers. You put in about 20% as marketing cost. Great, because somebody's guiding you well, right? But the marketing cost is so high. That is the reason the product pricing goes high, which you cannot compete with typical commercial products like Whisper and the likes. So all the sustainable products have suffered, or they've not got as much traction as we believe the market exists, right? Second is actually, he spoke about the efficacy of the product. And that conversion is also very difficult. And I'm talking about urban women who believe in this, but they're not able to switch because it is not as effective. So sugarcane is slightly more, bagasse is slightly more absorbent, 40% more absorbent than cotton.
Yes.
But in comparison to bamboo and banana, banana seems to be more rash free, right? So it is extremely comfortable, even more than sugarcane. Now, the problem there is that sugarcane is one product which needs one more additional process of removing the enzyme, and that is more costly than banana and bamboo. So you've got to figure that out, is that delignation that is, right, is required in all of it, and how much is that costing in terms of the product itself. So that's what is taking it higher. So I don't see that there's no market. There is a market, but the marketing cost is going to be high. Differentiation in terms of branding and positioning will have to be crazy, right? That's where the money will go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Lovely
Do you guys have any family background of being into products and all?
I have a question regarding this. So where exactly are you going to acquire the sugarcane extracts from?
Sugar factories.
Sugar factories. And right now, do you have contacts of those? Have you actually, I mean, this product you have made it right the way you have mentioned? Is this the one?
Yes, we have, but it's a very basic prototype right now.
So this has how much percentage of sugarcane residue?
Approximate of 53%.
53% of sugarcane residue, and part of it cotton and part of it a little of plastic. All right. Okay, so I agree with all the judge panels over here, but it's a wonderful thing. The marketing cost that you've mentioned, 38 lakh 40,000. How have you exactly thought of using that? 38 lakhs. Yeah. So how exactly are you going to use it? How did you come to this figure?
So if to the urban population and the growing, the youth, obviously digital marketing works well. Rest will tie up with NGOs, and the actual market will be targeting is urban as well as the rural population who is not even introduced to sanitation yet. So we can convert them and make our customers, and it will also lead to customer loyalty later on.
Okay. All right. So chic, your lovely concept. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was great. Kudos to all the teams. Now that all of our presentations are over, the judges will take 10 to 15 minutes to decide the winners of today's challenge. Meanwhile, I request all of our participants to follow volunteers Ahana and Nishka for the time being. Thank you. I'll hand over the mic to Moksha.
And now, finally the moment that we have all been waiting for. The prize distribution ceremony. The winning teams will be recognized for their hard work and ingenuity. These awards symbolize not just victory, but the beginning of a journey towards entrepreneurship. Before we move forward, let us have a huge round of applause for all of our participants here. With that, the second runner-up position goes to Team Araxis. Each participant will be receiving a cash prize of Rs 1,500. May I invite Mrs. Lucky Patel to come on stage to give the prize? Mrs. Lucky Patel, are you there? Okay. Since she's not here, I request Mangesh sir to come on stage and... Okay. Okay. So, please. How much? The runner-up position goes to Team Visionary Vortex. May I please invite Mr. Yogesh Hingorani on the stage to give the prize? Each participant will be receiving a cash prize of Rs 2,000. And last, but not the least, the moment that we have all been waiting for. The first position goes to Team Tiny Toes and Paws. May I invite Mrs. Shah to come on stage to give the prize? Each participant will be receiving a cash prize of Rs 2,500. To encourage our participants, Ms. Supriya Gupta from Lockheads has given each of our participants a gift voucher worth Rs 500. They will be receiving this along with their participation certificates. As we come to the close of this incredible event, it is my privilege to extend a heartfelt vote of thanks to everyone who contributed in making this day a grand success. First and foremost, a huge thank you to our esteemed panel of judges, Dr. Savan, Godiawala, Mr. Pradeep Kshatriya, Mr. Niraj Shah, and Ms. Ruchi Shah, for taking the time to evaluate our young managers. Your insights, expertise, and encouragement have added immense value to this competition. I would also like to thank Ahmedabad Management Association for being our venue partner and Dr. Savan Godiawala for supporting our efforts right from the beginning. I would like to thank Mr. Mangesh Parelkar for his unwavering support and dedication. This event would not be the same without your efforts. Thank you, sir. I would also like to thank Gopi ma'am for her efforts and contributions in making this event a grand success. We extend our sincere gratitude to Mr. Unmesh Dikshit, who unfortunately could not be here, for his constant support and belief in this initiative. Last but not least, a big thank you to our generous sponsors who have made this event even more special. Amur for sponsoring the first prize, Mosquitap for sponsoring the runner-up prize, and Colors and Craft for sponsoring the second runner-up prize. A big shout out to Blockheads for their wonderful gift coupons, and thank you Gulmoho Greens for sponsoring food packets for our participants and volunteers. Your support helps us to recognize young talent. A heartfelt thank you to Ms. Ruhi Parilkar for our esteemed alumni for mentoring our participants throughout their entire journey. Thank you to our volunteers, Ahana, Arusha, Jia, Keshav, Nishka, Rhea, Soumya, and Tanaya for your time, dedication, and hard work.
I thought as we come to an end of this program, it would be really necessary to thank 3 wonderful young managers who are now proudly YMP's alumni. I would like to call upon on stage Muksha Shah, the president of the Alumni Association, Shimoli Gajrawala, the treasurer of the Alumni Association, and Mahi Patel, the secretary of the Alumni Association. These girls have worked day and night relentlessly to ensure that this program was a huge success. Audience, once again, a huge round of applause.
May I please call up all our volunteers on the stage for a final photo? First you guys take then. To all of our participants, parents, and our wonderful audience, thank you for your energy, enthusiasm, and encouragement. With that, we close today's event. Thank you and good night.
Wait. Generally, I like to have the last word, right, as my friends know. I'm going to take this opportunity to tell you something. A round of applause to the parents here for having faith in YMP, in Sir, and so many students have been with him since junior KG, I believe, since so many years. So a great round of applause for believing in it. All of you should be proud of what has been done today. It's just the trailer. I'm sure that these kids are really raring to go, and all YMP students, I've seen it, and this is not the first time, even earlier. I would also like to have one special mention because I think all the ideas were great, a lot of feedback has come in. Anybody willing to take this ahead, even for learning or academic purposes, please, I think I'm saying it on behalf of all of us, come to our offices, give us a call, open for discussions, right? Two is one special mention to, I'm sorry I didn't get your name, but, sorry? Ritisha, your passion was amazing. Your confidence is absolutely unmatched. Brilliant confidence, brilliant. I mean, it did not feel like it was learnt or, remembered. You were kind of saying it as if you really believe in it. So one special mention, because and I think all of us believe so. Yes, and that kind of presence of mind, I'm telling you, it's very mature. We did not think that we were listening to 12 to 14-year-olds, right? This was absolutely powerful. So congratulations to all of you. Thank you so much.
The last word, he will have to come again because he has to have the last word. But every single of these kids, I have to be honest enough to tell that at the age, I would have not done even 15-20% of what these guys have done. So round of applause for every of the kids. The understanding of talking about the finance also at the age is a big thing. They're talking finance, not just bringing some concepts and doing. So that was something which was amazing is the word, and we should be doing this more often. And certainly we will make this event much bigger also, hopefully, and we'll plan something about it. So happy that AMA has participated. Certainly thanks, Mangesh sir, for your mentoring to all these kids, and they are doing something phenomenal, something unique, something worthwhile that we all feel proud about. Yeah.
As I said last word, so I've also been a student. So yes, not from junior KG. But you're right here at AMA, learning corporate communications from Mangesh sir.
Thanks, Moksha.
Thank you, sir.
This is a super leader lady. The first day she contacted me, and nobody else. She connected me, and certainly thanks to Rajiv, but then she connected, and then she has driven the whole thing. She and her team by themselves. Not a single time that we've spoken, not even once. I completely know that. Absolute compliments to the office bearer.